from behind my head.
Oh yeah, probably. Huh?
I think we're cooking with grease. So the chat is right here.
Are we live?
I think we're live. It's okay. Homebrew for life. And then we're going to take that.
Okay.
We'll give ourselves a thumbs up. And we've got the link right there. We're going to go to We Are Live. I think we're doing okay this time.
Cool. And
That-
Twitter? Did you do Twitter?
Twitter's right here. We Are Live.
Twitter?
Do you have Twitter? We Are Live.
Well, I'm just telling you.
We Are Live.
Kind of, but yeah, I was browsing
for
pretty
porn?
deep, and then, yeah,
Twitter porn.
I didn't realize Twitter was a porn thing.
All right, I think we're good. 6 people watching. All right. Did you crack me a beer? Cheers.
Yeah, I
cheers.
did,
What's
yeah,
going on,
yeah.
brother? Welcome to the Brunch Cast.
Cheers.
Oh, did you watch any of these?
Yeah, I did watch like half of one in preparation.
Good.
Yeah.
Cool. Everybody, this is Dylan. I don't know what camera we're on right now. We're doing a
What's
new.
up? So this is my camera.
That's your camera.
Oh, that's my.
That's your camera over here. That's the middle camera. That's like the intro.
Okay.
That's my camera over there. We've got the microphone over there. We're trying to get rid of some feedback. We have a sponsor today, One Nation. They do extracts. We're going to be working with them for a Keyline Seltzer video. We're shooting either Saturday or Sunday. Nothing set in stone, but we're just doing some bullshit. And shout out to last week's donations. Matthew Titterington. If I botched your name, just get a better name. Hell Brews. That's the homie out there. He uploaded today. He's got a new video out there talking about some Blickman beer gun. Jansen Edwards, thank you. Brando Espinoza, Cable Hagen, and Gorgeous George out there, East Mill Creek Brewing. That's the guy that sent us the Sennheiser lav mic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so shout out to him. And this is Dylan, my boss from Culture Solana Beach. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself, or
That's right.
or no?
Well,
What are you
yeah. I
drinking?
mean,
Are you drinking the same beer?
yeah, we are drinking the same beer. For Schwartz beer, this is actually pretty good. Like, well, not to say that all Schwartz beers are bad, but the ones that I've had, they're like liquid smoke, kind of flavor.
Yeah.
And like this is pretty mellow. I like it. Yeah.
Did you watch our what did we do? Pretzel bagel dogs?
Oh, one of your homebrew for life.
Yeah, we did
beers?
the beer cheese dip with this.
No,
and
yeah,
it was
I
super
didn't watch
good.
Yeah.
Well, it's like 2,000 calories per bagel dog, so how can that not be good? But Dylan's my boss. He's out there in Culture Solana. We don't know if we're both fired or if I'm fired.
Yeah, it's kind of a I don't know how to describe it other than like we're just kind of in this weird flex period where, as far as me, like we have like 2 people working the tasting room during the week.
Yeah.
Just to for like we do we're full on, 25% capacity on the patio.
People are coming into Solana Beach.
People are coming in, yeah,
Okay.
but only on the back, yeah. So it's like one person able to hold that down 5 days a week during the week, and then we have somebody come out in on the weekends and help out. Right now there's not really any management required, so I'm kind of just like sitting back.
How many hours would you say you work right now?
0, yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Who's
well,
working?
for culture, yeah.
Nobody wanted to bring me back?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I think I'm
That
still
wasn't my
getting
decision.
Unemployment. I check my unemployment like once a month, and there's $300 in there. I'm like,
Yeah.
cool. Let's go to the bar.
Right, yeah.
Let's go to the mom and pops.
Yeah, it's tough because we don't want to take on more employees because that cuts the hours of the
Right.
people who've fully committed to
sure.
coming back to work, right? So yeah, right now it's just kind of waiting to see what happens. If it ramps up, then for me, then management will be will be part of the game again. But thankfully I'm fortunate enough to have another job too, so been doing that full time, which has been cool.
Dylan's an architect by day, tasting room manager by night.
Yeah,
Your only day off for like a year was Sunday. Is that correct?
That was my only day entirely off. Yeah, it was like a full year solid.
You work hard, man. You have 2 jobs. That's
Thank you.
I don't know if you're saving up for a house or a wedding that was too expensive or
Yeah, both. That's the dream, is right to own property someday in Southern California. But
so what's up with architecture in COVID? Is it recession proof or?
Yeah, it weirdly kind of is because
The rich get richer type thing?
Yeah, that's exactly what we're seeing because yeah, like our clientele, our typical clientele, they're like, oh, I've got all this free time now.
Right.
Like, let's just double down. And we're spending more time at home. We're not traveling around
Right.
because we live these luxurious lifestyles. So it's like, we're like, oh, let's invest into the place that we're spending all the time at right now. So yeah, we have actually seen like a huge uptick in our busyness. Like, yeah, we've been crazy.
That's a good thing for you because I noticed the same thing when I work construction, but the only problem is people would freak out and they don't want you in their houses.
Right.
They would, if you're doing, what's up, baby? If you're doing a deck or a porch or like a garage or an extension or something, it's all good. But like if you're in the industry where you're doing custom kitchens or bathrooms, you're shut down. So you're not going to anybody's houses.
Yeah, I mean, typically we only do like site visits just kind of initially,
right?
Because we're on the design end, right? But I mean, in most of these projects too, it's the families that are moving to their second, vacation house,
right,
during construction, or whatever,
right?
So,
well, that was cool. You know what I was thinking about the other day is we got our anniversary in right before COVID. When was that? Like,
yeah, that's right.
January, February.
It's like the same weekend as Valentine's Day.
February.
Just somewhere around there. We usually move it to the Saturday, closest Saturday.
And that was a hit too.
Yeah.
That was a hit when we had the key lime seltzer on.
That's right. Yeah. Okay, now you bring me back. It feels like forever ago.
That was forever ago. But it was funny because we always have this ongoing conversation about the hard seltzer industry, and I actually did some homework for this time, talking about the future of it and how impacted it is. And the key lime hard seltzer that we had on, it was the best hard seltzer I've had. Let me rephrase that. It was it tasted the most like an actual Truly or a White Claw. And now everyone's kind of pumping them out, and they're tasting juicy, or they're tasting cloudy, or they're tasting flat. People are just, we're America. We're just so quick to market. We don't even try it. We're just trying to sell it and put a cool label on it. But we have this ongoing debate, and I did some research on it, and I've always compared the future of the hard seltzer fate is that it's pretty much like the energy drinks boom that happened like 10 or 15 years ago.
Right, yeah.
Like there's only three. There's like Monster, Red Bull, and Rockstar Pabs.
This is kind of the big three, yeah. Right?
Yeah, but I think that's happening now. Like I think that with the hard seltzers, like we had ours on at a tasting room, and I think that's a phenomenal idea. I don't think it rolls over to a tasting room. Like if you just have 10 hard seltzers, I don't think it rolls over to that.
Oh, to a pure seltzer tasting room? I don't think so
either. I don't think anything rolls over to a tasting room except beer and wine.
Yeah.
Even the vodka and whiskey places are weird. But I was thinking about everybody's trying to get. To me, it's a distribution game thing. It's 100% distribution game. You could have one on, like how we did at Culture, crush that day on a hot day. But I think if you're not the top three, the same how it went with like Rockstar energy drinks 10 or 15 years ago,
right? You're
living a lie. You're already late to the table.
Yeah.
And if it's everywhere you look, there's like a Corona or a Coors Light seltzer. And, what's funny about that, Babs, is I was looking up the top selling 25 energy drinks, and they're all like brand wise, it's like Rockstar, Monster, Red Bull. But if you look at the top 25, just like individually ones, they're all the same three. It's like Red Bull sugar-free, Red Bull juice, Red Bull Red, Red Bull Ultra, Monster Juice. And I think that's how it's going to work with like the hard seltzer game. I think the three are going to get into it.
Yeah.
And then who's like the fourth and fifth energy drink, like Nas or Full Throttle? You remember those?
Yeah. Yeah.
Guess who owns them now?
Monster,
the big three, Coca-Cola.
Right? Okay,
Yeah. So I think that's what's gonna happen with the tasting room game. And if you're not in that top three right now, the people that are gonna get in, they're gonna forge and they're gonna make it impossible to compete with them. Unless Google or something gets involved, or Starbucks, but I don't think they would.
Right.
It's just too much conflict of interest. But I remember that because we put that out before all the breweries were doing it now. And what's the brewer's name? Atticus?
Addison.
He killed it.
Yeah, no,
he slayed it with that.
That was an insane crunch mission to get that thing done before anniversary party.
It was coming out too shitty too often.
Yeah, like I remember like the first batch like smelled like rotten eggs, sort of like sulfury. And, yeah, and that was some yeast byproduct or something. But then they swapped the yeast, did a couple things differently, and then they were like pushing everything through this crazy like rocket ship
charcoal filter.
Yeah, it had charcoal in there for sure. Yeah,
and it was looking too cloudy. It was smelling funky.
After that, after circulating a couple times, they were able to get it to clean up.
Yeah,
but yeah.
That was a good beer we did, because I remember maybe that month that we were open before COVID, we did a lot of crowler sales just for the hard seltzer.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the margins on that are as significant as they are when I do it as a home brewer. I mean, it's a fraction of what it costs. Hops
for sure. Yeah.
Grain and
on a bigger scale too, like compared to just a craft beer.
Turbo yeast and everything.
Yeah.
So that's Dylan. He's the homie. We're hanging out with you guys tonight. Let us know in the comments section what you're drinking, where you're from, if you're ugly, and send us a selfie. So you pull up the chat. Check this out. Is that Britta in the back? All right, here we go. Check this out. It's pretty cool. People go apeshit.
People go apeshit.
How's the delay?
This one is perfect and the other two are off.
The audio or the video?
Well, the audio is not synced with the video on two of them.
Just zoom me out so no one can see my mouth, and then stick with more of that one. But check it out, man. What's going on, Jerson Peralta? What's going on, Maddie McGanos? What's going on, everybody? Brew Mill Tony. Cheers. Happy Tuesday. Let us know who's winning the World Series. Tom, what's going on? George, there he is.
Turn it down.
Oh, yeah, sorry, my bad. Turn it off. Everyone, I hope you're doing good. Hopefully that the Alaskan Amber Ale clone, you're drinking it now. Good man. I hope do you have a dog in the World Series?
Mm.
I get $100 if the Devil Rays win.
You'll give me $100?
I get $100.
Oh, you get $100.
Yeah, 2-1. You good? What are we drinking tonight? What'd you bring over in the cooler?
It's a couple. I actually didn't really get a good look at them. They're like
Keep
the
explaining them. We'll pull them up.
Yeah, there was Mason. There was like a triple IPA that I had earlier.
You drank one triple IPA?
Yeah.
Before you came over?
Yeah.
My man.
These are compliments of Evan Weinberg. Have you met Evan? He's
Is it a boy or a girl?
Boy. He's the dude behind. He's like what's it? Sis Montaigne Brewing in like Santa Ana, and then now he's kind of branched out into like
We're gonna get electrocuted and die tonight.
he's like brewery equipment reselling. He calls himself the Brewery Grim Reaper.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
What's his name?
Evan Weinberg. Yeah, he's
Is that his Instagram name or his name?
Nah, that's his main name. Yeah.
That's his main name?
Yep.
All right, well, looking forward to it.
But yeah, he just kind of buys and resells brewery equipment.
Did you bring him over cold, or are they good to go?
They're pretty cool. Yeah, they were cold-ish. Yeah.
Save Ferris, Mason Ale Works. Oh, babe, can you bring us a towel, please?
There's a Rogue Culture in there too.
There's what?
Culture beer. Yeah.
Dankenstein's Monstered Unfiltered IPA.
Yeah, I haven't tried that one
Share
yet.
this with you. So, oh shit, 10%. Look alive.
Mm-hmm.
So, how long have you been in the brew industry?
And
have you only been at...
I was just talking about it the other day, and I think October would have been 5 years at Culture.
All the culture.
Yeah. Oh, and it was only Culture. Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, babe.
It's funny because normally we have like we'll do a little something for like 5 year anniversary. I'm like, shit, I missed mine because I don't really work for Culture right now. But yeah, so yeah, 5 years, man.
How has it changed since when you first got into it? Was that like the height of the boom? And
yeah, I definitely feel like it was at the height of the boom. I mean, places were opening up left and right. I think I personally too was like super into it, and like I was like highly
craft beer hunters and track down bottles. And
yeah, I was like that guy. Yeah, I was like super aware of like all the new releases, and all the events, right? And then the market became super oversaturated, and I'm like, but I mean, like now I'm just finding my comfort with it.
Yeah.
Of like, or the things I like about it. Right?
Were you losing money at Culture? I mean, were just the numbers down as far as tips?
No. Like it's always been good. Yeah. Like I feel like at Culture, it's always been, I feel like we've always been up compared to maybe others. Because maybe you'd cruise into like a brewery in wherever, maybe a not so walkable area like Culture is, and yeah, and then I'd look in there on a Friday night. Maybe there would be maybe like 5 or 6 groups, and you'd be like, huh, like it's probably way more popping at Culture. And I'd like look at the cameras and then be like, whoa, like it's busy.
Yeah.
But that's not to brag about Culture's. But I think what it says is a testament of their like kind of choice in locations.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know, you're not catering to the craft beer kind of guy, like
Right.
snob, right?
No.
A guy who seeks out, you know, new craft beer. You're kind of just catering to like just accessible areas where like families are coming to hang out, go to the beach, you know, grab a bite to eat.
Racetrack, Delmar Fair.
Yeah, and around that time it's like insane. You get people who've never had craft beer in their life and they like are cruising through, you know. So it's a cool opportunity to like educate them, and show them the ropes a little bit. But then sometimes there's people that don't want to hear it too. That's fun too.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that I think everybody's kind of copying. Culture's Solana Beach has been around for 8 years, right?
Yeah.
And that was what everyone's doing is they're going from industrial parks and they're trying to get on the coast. More specifically, Coast Highway or Cedros or I don't know, what's a main vein in North County? Just coastal.
Yeah, coastal, dude.
And Culture got to the table first on that. So I think it was kind of, I don't know if they were embracing for the future or embracing for like the industrial market brewery garage band thing to kind of get oversaturated, or if it just happened coincidentally. But if you look at all the breweries in the last 5 years, Stone, Belching Beaver, Booze Brothers, Kilowatt, Modern Times, they all have tasting rooms off the 101 now.
Yeah.
So, and
I think it's also a shift from like
people want to drink beer on the coast.
Yeah.
People don't want to go to Marietta. People don't want to go to Escondido.
It's a shift from like guys who are gearing up for distribution, right? In these industrial parks, and they're like, "Oh, we have room to grow here."
Yeah.
But I think it's with the saturation. I think it's kind of proven that, you know, just doing tasting room stuff is cool too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And we have a different tasting room model. Most people are focused on kind of vamping up distribution. Most breweries, I mean, the sky's the limit, and obviously the margins are less when you've got middleman and truck drivers and gas and all that stuff. And our model is unique. All we do is focus on opening up tasting rooms and having our tasting rooms be successful pretty much on the coast. And Ocean Beach, Manhattan Beach, Los Angeles, Solana Beach, Encinitas. Is that it?
You got them all.
That's them all. That's all of them.
Whoa.
We kind of compete with ourselves on 2 of them, with Solana Beach and Encinitas.
Yeah,
even though there's a lot of nightlife in Encinitas. And
yeah. That's wild, because when we first opened up Encinitas, I was like, oh no, because I was managing Solana at that time, and I was like,
Solana was first.
Yeah.
Then Encinitas.
No, then Ocean Beach.
Then Ocean Beach. Then Encinitas. Okay.
And then and I thought, I was like, oh no, I'm gonna like see like my numbers go down.
Yeah.
Like, especially on a Friday night.
I'm gonna see the same people.
Right. Yeah. But like, it's crazy how like wrong I was, just because it's totally different crews. Like Encinitas seems to be a bit younger. And a lot of people just like Encinitas is like this weird little hub of nightlife.
The saloon and beer garden.
Yeah,
That's the only places we're gonna go. And so I think it's a great business model. No distribution. Nobody has our beer. Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody. No restaurant. No dive bar. No hotel.
I think in the beginning it
Tried to go that way.
Yeah, I think it was more of like favors of the owner, like
Yeah.
owner's friends, or like, you know, one guy's like, he's like, oh, I got a restaurant, I want to put your beer on tap.
You gotta pick it up, you lose kegs. It's like
and then I think it ended up being so much of a hassle that it was like, yeah, this doesn't work, you know.
One of our bonuses, Solana Beach, is that probably wouldn't know about this unless you're from San Diego or LA, is we're right next to a big indoor music venue that's very popular.
Yeah.
It's my favorite indoor music venue besides the Fillmore in San Francisco. It's called the Belly Up.
Yeah, Belly Up Tavern, Citrus Ave.
So it's good, you know. Obviously, when people are going to go to concerts, we're 2 doors down from them. They're going to get their pregame going. I've even seen you pregame over there. I think you were sober at that time.
Who was that? Murdered by Death? Yeah, that was pre-gaming.
You were with like 10 people.
Yeah.
So that's something that we have that probably no brewery has, is that we have the foot traffic of just a really popular music venue, which, you know, could blow up your tasting room on a Tuesday or Wednesday night.
Totally. Yeah, that
Sunday
was
night.
like a built-in little, like I think from the beginning,
Fire in the hole.
a lot of people became familiar of culture or with culture through
Just
that.
going from a show.
Yeah,
Just checking out a $20
Yeah,
dick off band from the 90s or something.
totally.
That was our first date. We stopped over by Culture to pregame.
Our first date?
Really?
Who'd we see at the Belly Up? Dead Man's Party.
Oingo Boingo cover
Oh,
band.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was like a Friday night.
Hook,
like,
line, and sinker, man.
all the time.
Oingo Boingo.
Yeah.
Dead Man's Party, yeah. What was that, like
That's
3
awesome.
years ago?
7.
7 years ago. All right. I knew that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Let's crack some beers. Let's crack some beers. My girlfriend's over there. Don't come in until the last part. Babs, is it 2 hours yet?
29.
Is there any people watching?
Yeah?
And again, if you guys have any questions, we're working on a couple Homebrew for Life videos right now. We're talking about ways to stay motivated. We're talking about magazines and good YouTube channels to subscribe to, because we're all a little bit different. And if you guys have any questions, what's going on, Esteban? If you guys have any questions, don't DM me on Instagram. Throw them in the chat. Somebody will answer them. Beer people are snobby. They love hearing themselves talk about beer. I'm one of them. And I guarantee you someone's going to help you out and solve a problem for you. So I see some action right here. I love it when you guys have like the ats going at each other. I can tell you guys are...
I know they're really going at it right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to make it a YouTube video right now just talking about how to stay motivated as a homebrewer, because it's difficult. And I think one of the best things you could do, which is free, is just subscribe to different YouTube channels, because we're all a little bit different. I don't know if you watch any Homebrew for Life, but like pretty much our whole pulse is DIY, like how to make things as resourceful and cheap, and whether it's plastic or a Harbor Freight something. And then there's YouTube channels that are like grain to glass, and then there's YouTube channels that just want to do review videos. So it's like the brand new stuff that comes out,
Right,
you know, the $20,000 system or the $2,000 system. And we're all a little bit different. We're all a little bit quirky in our own ways. And I don't think it's like a competition at all. I think it's ridiculous to look at it that way. And it fuels competition, or not competition, but like same with the industry, right? You know, if there's a hazy IPA coming out, chances are you didn't probably come up with it. But thank you for doing that. I'm going to take that idea and put it in my tasting room and sell it to the same type of people. So when I see people putting out YouTube videos, I'm like, thumbs down on all your videos and Trump. No, I'm just kidding. But it's like giving me motivation to put mine out too. So can we talk about Manhattan Beach, or what the hold on from that was? Because we were kind of opening up a new tasting room.
Yeah.
About 10 minutes south of LAX airport. And
Yeah,
just
that was
obviously it was kind of a headache to begin with, right? I mean,
It was definitely a headache.
expensive town.
Yeah.
Expensive trying to get a manager over there, clientele, or a tasting room over there.
Right.
Get product up there.
Yeah.
You got to get someone to drive up 10 kegs twice a week.
Thankfully, we've designed a large enough cold box up there to where it's like
Once a month.
maybe once a month.
Okay.
We'll see. Honestly, we don't even know.
Yeah.
We don't know what that tasting room can produce yet, because so like right now we're doing the kind of out the window sales. I think LA County is a little bit stricter about.
I can't wait to take over LA.
Yeah, they're not doing the or maybe just recently they've announced that they're doing
Can you get 2 glasses for us?
consumption on site with food sales.
Is there a kitchen there?
No, it's it'd be like
Is it
prepackaged
vegan?
stuff.
No more vegan kitchens, man. Everyone's going vegan these days.
Who's going vegan?
Water towers.
Oh. Yeah, of course.
Just do 50-50.
Right.
Well, in California, San Francisco, San Diego, Los Angeles, you got to have vegan smoothies and, you know.
You gotta have options, right?
Vegan options, yeah. But we should have been open like in April.
Oh, I mean, we should have been open. Yeah. Like before COVID, we would have been.
That's what I'm saying, pre-COVID.
Open. Pre-COVID, you know, actually, COVID kind of happened at a good time because
There was a delay.
we had just been approved and construction had just started, to where now this period of shutdown, we were able to fully do construction.
Yeah.
And I think just until about, maybe was it a couple weeks ago, we were open for to-go sales.
Manhattan Beach was?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't even know that. I got to go up there.
yeah.
Have you been up there?
Not since we've had the door open for it to go.
No?
Yeah.
Because it's like generally twice the size of the other tasting rooms, from my understanding.
Yeah, it's pretty big. Our occupancy is up to 199, which is pretty big. Because I think, Solana we're at. I think Solana's 99. Encinitas was.
50?
Encinitas is 50. Yeah.
What was Ocean Beach?
OB was like 99, something like that.
That's it?
Yeah.
They just had a big cold box, which threw everybody off because you could just look into everything.
Yeah, OB was really big. It was just also just kind of different zoning down there too, because we were in the city of San Diego.
Ocean Beach just felt bigger because when you had to go to the bathroom, you had to walk down that super
Yeah,
long.
all that. Yeah, that was
100-yard
unusable
gap.
space.
Right.
As far as occupancy,
That's
is
just dead
concerned.
weight.
Yeah.
But Ocean Beach had a really big. I thought the cold box was a good kind of. I don't know. Just look at an aquarium-esque type thing, or something. But Manhattan Beach, for all the people that are in LA or Southern California, you guys are looking for beer to buy. And I think it's how would anybody find out about culture other than foot traffic?
Are you talking about like on the internet? Or
I mean, like when
elsewhere?
When I was thinking when we had a place, and here, let me bring this out. When we had a place in Ocean Beach, I would imagine we were there before Belching Beaver.
We were, yeah.
So,
we were the first brewery on Newport, other than
Pizza Port,
and then which is not even on Newport.
They're on Bacon,
right?
Or Winston or something.
And then OB Brewery was the first one.
OB Brewery,
yeah.
But if you were to think about, which is, it's kind of a piece of shit move, but we moved our tasting room there, and then Belching Beaver moved directly across the street.
Mm-hmm.
You moved to Ocean Beach because you want foot traffic.
Right.
You want foot traffic. You walking down the street, you're never going to know what culture is, but you're going to remember Belching Beaver. So it's a chance it's not even 50-50. You're going to be like, oh, Belching Beaver, I saw them in a store. Let's go there.
Yeah,
So
brand recognition.
It cuts the foot traffic in more than half.
Mm-hmm.
So, doesn't help, the tasting room.
Yeah.
Cheers, Braj.
Oh, yeah, cheers.
You actually bought one of my first t-shirts, man. That was tight.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you one before you leave.
Okay, I was going to wear the shirt, and...
I'm wearing culture.
No, I know.
That's cheese dick. You got the patch on.
Dude, I have like a couple holes in the shirt. Not to speak to the quality of the shirt. It's because I've worn it that much.
I'll give you two more.
Yeah, I was like, and I was like, oh man, like, because there's a hole right in the back. I was like, I don't want to go up looking sloppy.
That's a funny story because he bought the Death Before $18 4-packs t-shirt, the black one.
Yeah.
And we sell our 4-packs for even more than that.
Oh, yeah. I'd show up to work like wearing that. And
you're buddy
like,
with the owner. The owner's like you though.
I wouldn't wear it on my shift because that would have been a little much. But I'd like show up and then people would be like, "Hey, wait, what's on your shirt?
Yeah,
you work here, right?"
Yeah. What were our 4-packs? $20.
22 is the most expensive one.
22 is the most expensive. But I remember the owner came in one day, and I don't know if I probably wouldn't have worn this shirt, but the owners at Culture are all cooler than shit. Culture's the most legit brewery that I've worked at by far. Like, I've worked at places where the tips were done differently, the owners weren't there, maybe, somebody's dating a coworker or something, and it's like, there was none of that at Culture.
Yeah.
And I remember talking to when the owners finally... They didn't talk to me until they found out about Homebrew for Life. And I thought it was going to be really bad. Steve was just like, what's this guy screaming fucking NBC and then chugging beers? Like, we pay that motherfucker? Like, what's going on? And
dude, I will say Steve is like the biggest fan of Homebrew.
He is?
Yeah, we throw it on the in the office TV all the time. Yeah.
Tell him to leave a comment. I always thought he hated me.
He told me he's like text me a link to the stream tonight.
Text him a link to the stream.
I gotta find one. Yeah, I was like,
Steve the
I
owner.
can't guarantee that. I was like, look up his Instagram.
So it wasn't Steve. Who's the owner that's missing a finger?
Dennis.
Dennis.
It's only half a finger.
Half a finger.
Yeah.
Give me a high 4.5. I was talking about the t-shirt, and he was like, you know what? I think that t-shirt's hilarious. Like, when I first came to San Diego, he's probably what, like late 40s, early 50s?
Yeah, I'd say like 50.
Stanford cat. Like,
yeah.
He was like, I remember when Stone came out, and they were the first to have the nerve to sell a 6-pack for over $10. And I was like, fuck these guys, man. Like, so he's like, I get it. And now you're still selling 4-packs for $23. So
Yeah, I mean,
they're all cool.
it's expensive. I get it.
They're all
Yeah.
cool, but we don't have a canning line.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a canning line, so we have to use, what do you call it? Mobile.
What?
Yeah, Mobile West.
But it's just mobile canning or
Yeah,
just third-party canning.
Yeah.
So obviously, that's expensive as hell, and I don't know if they provide the can or the label. I wouldn't know.
No, we get those made separately.
Yeah.
That's a company. I'm not sure which company, but I know they're in Orange County.
Yeah.
But it is costly.
Right,
Yeah, for sure.
so-
The whole packaging thing, first of all, the design,
Right.
packaging, and then them actually putting the beer
Right.
in the can. Yeah, I think it really bumps our cost up.
Yeah.
Per beer, right? To where, we need to charge that amount to sell them.
Yeah. But I think that our 4-packs are kind of like almost a luxury because you can't buy them anywhere. So
Exactly,
they kind of should be more
I
expensive.
think most of the canning runs we do, it's only like half a pallet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's pretty limited quantities, and that's also what increases the cost per beer, right?
Have you noticed that sometimes when our 4-packs come in, they're gone within a week, and some just sit forever?
Yeah, it is like you.
Is it
really,
the style or the promotion?
Style, I think, is the biggest one. Yeah.
Promos Monday night, 20% off, or we do a pretty good promo.
Yeah.
25% off beer to go.
It's been so long. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, 25% off beer to go.
You're
Monday
fired.
nights.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire my boss on the internet on a live stream. Take advantage of that. There's a lot of people new to come in on Monday and get their beer to go because it was, diehard culture fans, culture fans. All I do is go to Culver these days.
Right.
Get it for a cost or get it for a discount. And our beer is a little bit more expensive than the average industrial park. I think that it has to be because we're on the coast. Obviously, if you're in an industrial park, you're paying 70 cents a square foot. And I would say in Encinitas, they're probably paying $5 a square foot. I would imagine it's probably I'd probably say it's $5,000.
It's somewhere.
I'd say it's 1,000 square feet.
It's more than that. I know our rent's more than that. Yeah.
The square foot is more than that?
Both, I think.
You think so?
Yeah, I think. I mean, I don't want to throw numbers
No,
out.
no.
But yeah. I think it's like, I want to say like 7 is probably a rent in Encinitas.
Yeah. So I think if you're on the coast, $7, $8 beers is how it works.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
That's how it has to work.
Yeah.
And we went to, where did we go the other day? We couldn't even get into. In Oceanside. The new spot. The guy, have you heard of Craft Coast?
No.
Blake, the head brewer, Pizza Port,
Yeah, okay.
opened up his new spot over there off Oceanside, right off Mission?
Yeah, or block over from Mission. Pierview.
Pierview. Bab said he saw us on Thursday. Where did we leave?
In the village.
Where did we go on a date?
Oh, we went and had a beer at Village Pub after. Yeah, we went to Italian food. And your waiter recognized me from YouTube.
Oh, hell
Oh, we went to Blade.
Yeah.
I paid her to say that. Yeah. Yeah, he brought up Booze Brothers. He's like, "Do you work at Booze Brothers?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, I've seen like you, Dave and Donnie." I don't know what he said. Doesn't matter. But we went to Blade. It was great. We had a great experience.
Yeah.
And they're really making it work with their outdoor dining and stuff because I know, obviously a burden on a lot of restaurants. And recommend that spot. Blade.
Okay.
I can eat a lot of cheese and
Cool. Oceanside, huh?
Oceanside's popping.
It's the old newspaper press building.
It's a big building.
Okay.
It's a really cool building. When you walk in, there's like an upstairs, and you can look into the kitchen. I always like that.
Uh-huh.
And then indoor, private, and then outdoor. And we haven't had a bad experience there.
Nice.
Blade, you owe us $200 for saying that. But we tried to go to the brewery after Craft and Coast, and we couldn't get a spot. And I would imagine their beers there are probably $7-8 for an IPA.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see how they couldn't be. I mean,
Yeah.
you're literally right next door to Hello Betty and the Pier.
Yeah. I mean, $7-8, like, I think that's going right now, I think.
What were we going to charge? What do you charge for a beer in Manhattan Beach?
I think they are a little more. Yeah.
$9?
Yeah, I think 9 is the min, yeah. So it's our $7 pint went to a $9 pint. Because if you look at the places on the street,
Yeah.
I think it's all like 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Pretty wild. I mean, that's how much you pay for a beer at Disneyland, $12.
Yeah. I've actually heard the most expensive beer. Somebody quote me on this. the most expensive beer. Take a guess. Babs. Resort, Mammoth, Coachella. I heard a Coors Light at. Do you want to give it a guess? I can't confirm this. Let us know.
I was gonna say like a sporting event.
Correct, but what city would it be in?
Oof. I don't know.
I heard a 12 ounce or a pint of Coors Light at Yankee Stadium's 14
A Yankee Stadium
for Coors
14.
Light. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Sounds like New York.
You don't know the Yankees are from New York? Yeah, it's New
No,
York.
I mean, like New York.
Yeah, New York or Boston, or the Red Sox or the Yankees. Yeah,
New York's come back, so.
and I think they probably sell out more games than anybody, so you can get away with that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I would pay $12.
Shit, what's their craft beer, man?
If you-
2 easy payments of
Right.
put that on layaway for a Swami's IPA.
Yeah. Oh man.
I'm sure it's expensive as hell in San Francisco too.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of this beer? Dankenstein's Monsters.
I think it's good, dude.
Oh, it's Mason Millworks.
Yeah.
Are they all Mason?
Yeah, all the ones I brought. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Doesn't
taste like 10%.
Does not at all.
That's when you get in trouble.
Yeah.
When it goes down good.
I haven't had a hazy in a while, and I'm digging it. Or they just call it unfiltered IPA.
What's the difference?
I don't know.
Is it a marketing thing?
Tell me.
Babs, what's the difference between hazy and unfiltered? Nothing.
Yeah.
I would say hazy is going to sell more.
Yeah.
Unfiltered. Is that a?
Sake? Sake's like unfiltered. Like
Yeah, I think it's kind of a misleading word in the whole terms of a marketing department.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know.
that's all I have to say about that. All right, what else we got?
We got a couple questions.
We got a couple questions. Are they good?
Yeah.
You write anything down, Babs?
Best place to buy malt in bulk, and that's from Trev, who donated to you.
Oh man.
Cahoots. That's where I buy all my malt.
Did you ever get into homebrewing?
No.
Never got into homebrewing?
Yeah, I'm not an expert at all.
That's why I didn't want to have you on, because I hate homebrewers. I'm just kidding.
That's why I was like, why do you want me on? I'm not an expert in anything beer.
I'm glad you came on.
Hey,
I'm
well,
stoked you came
I'm
on.
glad I'm here. It's fun.
Hey guys, subscribe to the Broadcast. Subscribe to the Brunchcast. Babs, is anybody even watching?
Yeah.
George Schroeder, TB is up. TB is up 1-0, by the way. Thank you. Shout out to the Devil Rays. You can't say Devil Rays anymore. It's just Tampa Bay Rays. A lot of Christians in baseball, I guess. I'm serious.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
What's up, fam? Jorge Castro, living good. Donovan Sanderson. Henrik Bach. Where are you from, man? Where's the cheapest place to get grains? Buy grain in bulk. Buy 55-pound bags. Or get buddies that, like Booze Brothers, that don't even buy bags of grain anymore. And they just have a big silo. And then somebody comes in, they fill up the silo once every couple months, and then they're getting their...
You just buy from the brewery.
Just buy from the brewery.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you don't have that
Gotta have a
friendship or that
Okay.
type of hookup,
Yeah.
always buy 2-row in bulk. Always buy 2-row in bulk. I had a bag of 2-row, and it had a gasket and just a plastic thing out there in my garage. It gets kind of hot in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
It was good for 3 years.
Shit.
Yeah, it's good for 3 years. You just take it, crunch on it, chew it, and if it's sweet, you're good to go. You know you're gonna get sugar from it.
The only thing that would be, it would just be moisture that would mess it up, right? Because like hot and cold don't really mess with it, right?
I don't know. I think it'd be more of like, maybe an airtight thing or moisture thing. But I had a good gasket, had a clamp on it, and 3 years. Might lose a little bit of efficiency, but it's not worth throwing away.
Yeah.
No way. What else we packing?
You tell me.
Backers? Backers dozen? I like that.
The box. What? Okay, so
100% geisha? Is that what that says?
yeah, geisha coffee.
Is there any non-alcoholics for Babs?
No, I didn't bring any non-alcohol.
What do we got here?
Or strong ale.
What are you going to do the... Oh, you brought a culture?
Yeah,
here.
so let's drink
Let's
the
do
culture mosaic. Yeah.
Are these both culture? Just this, right?
Is that one?
Cool.
That is a Mason triple.
I loved our artwork. Our artwork is always very like endless summer. It was always sunset, professional, Hawaii vibe. Nothing too crazy, nothing too silly. And we always kept it kind of the same branding, where like if you saw that, you could recognize it.
Yeah, we tried from.
A lot of people have too much fun.
I think I'd credit Zach. Did you ever meet Zach?
Which one?
Zach Smith. He was our
Which one?
Marketing manager, graphic designer for a while.
No,
Yeah.
I got hired right before.
Yeah.
Right before that, because you were
Right
doing
after
the
that.
graphic design.
Oh, okay. So
You were doing the labels.
I was doing the beer signs. Yeah, just to kind of like slap stuff together. But Zach kind of set the groundwork for a lot of our brand and stuff, and he did a really good job. Yeah. Yeah.
Where's he at these days? Is he the guy that moved over to the winery across the street?
No, he was doing winery before that actually.
Who's the guy that's the winemaker?
Thinking Mitch, who was like a former brewer.
Did he have curly hair? Brunette? Kind of like curly suit,
brunette.
the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's kind of curly.
Yeah. I think I met him.
Yeah.
But no, I always dug the branding. How much emphasis do you put on branding?
100%. Yeah, like I think that's like to be I mean in the brewery industry nowadays, like I think that is like the most important thing to do. Yeah.
Just to focus on the artist, it's just to focus on the colors, focus on the style.
Well, I think part of it is like the saturation is there's so many breweries out there right now, and you got to really set yourself apart. And I think, like, I mean, you can make good beer, but like, so do 90% of the other breweries. Like, everybody makes pretty good beer.
Right.
Like, I mean, rarely do you come across a bad beer.
Right.
And yeah, so I think branding is the thing that people are gonna like. It's gonna stick with them, right?
We were talking about something interesting the other day. We were talking about, she manages hard kombucha, local roots. And we were talking about Instagram as far as you follow 500 tasting rooms on Instagram. It's all kind of the same account at one point.
Yeah.
Unless you're putting out video.
Uh-huh.
So Booze Brothers put a great video out about them collabing or starting to work with Carl Strauss. But we were talking about the day of just taking a beer and putting it in sand is too much of a dime a dozen.
Yeah. Right.
And I've check out Culver's Instagram for their brewery. They do like an animated mascot.
Yeah.
He's this drunken cat he's just doing some weird shit.
Like, yeah.
And I think to stand out, everyone's got ghost followers and hashtags and stuff like that. But I think the real way to stand out is through video in terms of social media.
Yeah, I think you really have to like push it to the next level. You can't just be posting a picture of you drinking beer.
No.
Yeah, like where it's like that.
Some dog with sunglasses on. It's like, that was cool 4 years ago, But like, even if it's like, hey, let's go make a beer, me and you or culture, it's like grapefruit IPA. Let's just go out to some orchard and just, slow motion of us pulling fruit off a tree, squirting it in our eyes. Like, I don't know, just cutting it up, having a good time.
Yeah.
A couple girls in the background, and then sunny beach, good looking day is going to go so much further than just a selfie or something, a craft not crap selfie. I don't know. So
I mean, you have to compete now with like TikTok videos on Instagram, like that whole thing, like, and it's it just melts your mind, right?
Yeah.
Of like, you're like, what is this? And
that takes skill. I've seen some TikToks where I'm that was written and choreographed.
Yeah.
That just didn't happen the first time.
Oh yeah. 100%,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everyone, I don't know. As far as the Instagram and Facebook and the Twitter thing go, I think that there's so many companies that hire people to come in and they're like social media managers.
Right.
All they're doing is boosting posts and buying hashtag generator stuff. Giving away free product to influencers. That doesn't reel me in. That doesn't do anything for me. I want to see something that's delicious, inspirational, educational, or funny.
Yeah.
That's it. I was at a brewery this one day, and the owner was cutting up a grapefruit and he had just gotten this brand new iPhone 7 or iPhone 9, and he cut the grapefruit in half, and he put his beer in front of it, and he put it on Instagram, and he was just like, look at how good of a picture this is. Like, look at how good of a picture this is. And it got like, 300 likes or 500 likes, and I was like, our tasting room was still dead that day. Like, it didn't roll over to,
Right.
I was like, it's a picture of beer, you know, like, I think, maybe let's put a couple more hours into selling it, or maybe writing a joke or something, and it could actually, maybe bring in some foot traffic.
Yeah.
So, do you see that though? Do you see that there's just way too many beer accounts on Instagram? They all kind of just,
Yeah, actually, I went through recently and like just unfollowed a lot of breweries who weren't putting out like cool content. 'Cause I was like, I've just lost interest a while ago.
yeah.
And no, it like hurts me to say that, but I think
It's just less noise. You
Yeah,
just want less. I follow the people that are involved with Homebrew for Life, and I follow really cool non-poser homebrew accounts.
Yeah.
But I don't do like the follow for follow, craft not crap.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that stuff showing up on my phone.
Right.
And I'm sorry,
Just noise.
it's not like an ass kissing type thing, but it's like I just don't want to see it. And if you put out better content, I probably would see it. So like,
Yeah.
but I love looking at homebrew pictures, and obviously I love Instagram for communication. But like when you're just following like 500 tasting rooms, you're like, whoa, man!
Yeah.
Like I can't get this. I can't even.
Yeah.
No store even sells this. I don't even know. Like, can I even? Is it humanly possible that you can even ship it to me from wherever?
Right. Yeah.
And Instagram's been great for beer trades. It's a bitch to ship, trade, share beer, but it's a super rad way to like. You take your favorite 4 beers and you send them to Boston or Utah or New York. You're like, those are beers I vouched for. It's like you're not just going to your local liquor quickie store and trying to just grab, whatever sticks out to your mind. Your
Right.
Dragon's Head, Lizard Tongue, Triple IPA. Cool. I like green. Green's my color. So beer trades are rad in that regard. Because like just send me when I get a porch bomb, or when I send a porch bomb, I was like, this is what I drink. This is my hazy or my Czech Pilsner.
So it's less of like finding like rare exclusive stuff. Now it's just like these are like my core beers.
I think when you get a porch bomb or you send a porch bomb, and I think it's a rad thing to do. I think most people that have Instagram or beer accounts don't send porch bombs, but I think it's a phenomenal way to get very good beer.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to send just some shit that you find at Rite Aid on sale. It's like, I could have got this down the street too,
Right.
This is like a local mom and pop brewery.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And
I got to send some beer out to some people right now. Greg Winters, I'm still sending beer out to you. I've got them all up on the fridge right there. I'm not lying. Check it out. Or on top of my dryer up there.
Oh yeah.
Shrouded Mist, Mango Tropics, Buena Vista. Those are all getting shipped out. Yeah. So,
Nice.
Gorgeous George. Yeah. The homie out there. And I preach that. I recommend everybody do porch bombs. The people that you talk to on Instagram, shoot them beer. As long as it's not to Canada, don't do glass, and don't go. I wouldn't even go to Hawaii or Alaska. Yeah, there's some really bad horror stories, man. Some like Ace Ventura shit where you open the thing up and it's leaking, and there's a pet hamster in there, and you're like, what the fuck?
I've only done like a little bit of beer trading, and that was a while ago. That was when I was like, that was before I worked in the industry, honestly. Because
Did you have a stash? Did you like collect bottles?
yeah, I was kind of that guy. Like
Pliny the Elder, like it's wait in line for 2 weeks.
Yeah. I did that, and then I think at the peak I was like whatever society member at brewery.
Pupil, yeah.
Yeah, and so I was doing that thing too, and it was cool. Yeah, it was cool, but yeah, not for me now, I guess.
Where do you see? I give him the finger like that when we know that I'm gonna try to turn this into another Joe Rogan clip video. But where do you see? Where do you see the IPA hop trend in 5 years? Because the way we're looking at it, it's not growing. Mm-hmm. Do you think it's just becoming more niche? Do you think we're kind of coming full circle and everyone's going back to kind of like Modelo and Pacifico? Because everyone's doing like Czech Pilsners and hard seltzers now.
Yeah.
Do you think it just the alcohol caught up with people? The 8% beers weren't.
I don't know.
You can't do that forever. You can't drink, double IPAs casually.
Yeah, I would say.
Or you can. I don't know. Live your lives. Fuck.
I don't think it's going to get more extreme. I think it's going to get dialed back a little bit. But I honestly, I can't foresee the next trend.
If you were the owner of a brewery and you could put 6 beers on your menu, what would you have on?
Oh, shit.
And how high or low would their alcohol by volumes be?
Okay.
I'm just going to interrupt you and tell me. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no.
We were just talking about this the other day. Because I want to hear this.
Yeah.
Because everyone's going low ABV these days.
Yeah, I would keep it like lower, but I think I would kind of imitate what culture does as far as our beer styles. We kind of got a little bit of everything, and it's kind of across the board.
Yeah.
Because we don't like really lay hard into like the, doing like double hazy IPAs and stuff. We do have one, but it's rare, right?
Yeah.
So
it was on once when I was there, and I've been there for a year.
Yeah.
Well, with COVID, a year and a half.
Yeah.
Right. A year and a half, Fedge.
I would do shoot. So you gotta
6
have a seltzer.
beers. You gotta have a seltzer. You gotta have a Pilsner.
Yeah, you gotta have a Pilsner.
What's your Pilsner? Under 5?
Yeah.
4.8?
Yeah, 4.7.
Because even a craft Pilsner could be like 5.6, 5.8.
Right.
So you want a traditional German style Pilsner.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you there.
Especially
in the summer.
pale ale.
Keep it around 5.6.
Yeah.
So
5.
still keep it kind of low.
Yeah. Just a classic West Coast IPA at like 7.
Yeah. 1.
Yeah, one of them.
Which is pretty much what we do.
Yeah, like our Mosaic is at 6.6, right? Gotta have something sour.
Kettle sour.
Yeah, kettle sour.
We had a phenomenal guava sour.
Yeah.
We had a great one.
I don't know. I have a.
That was
I
5.2.
like Gozas too. I'd probably do a Goza.
Or that.
Yeah.
Same, goes as a kettle sour. We could do goes
How many beers am I at? 4?
like 4 or 5. Yeah. So you
Yeah.
got like one left. Would you do like the 10% porter, or would you just do that to go? Because we did like the gold label bottles to go.
Right.
You don't really want people drinking it there.
I mean, sure. Why not? I'd let them drink.
Well, here's why you don't want to drink it there. This is what me and my girlfriend, we're going to open up another fake brewery. It's never going to happen. We would do pretty much the same boat you just went on, just probably one beer over 7%.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that I think when you go out at a tasting room, I think you want to drink lower ABV beers. And when you're home by yourself, I think you want to drink more like 6, 7, 8% beers.
Yeah.
And I think that if I did have a tasting room, I would focus on... I'd sell a beer that was 3.8.
Yeah.
And I would do that because ultimately, no one ever brings this up or talks about it, but you make more money. People can still... you want to have a guy that drinks 2 double IPAs, now he's got to go? Or do you want a guy that drinks 5 Czech Pilsners and he spent $25 instead of $12?
Right. Yeah, I think that's the key is that you allow people to drink more beers, try a little bit more variety.
Beer doesn't like fluctuate, maybe $1 here and there, but it's not like, oh, it's a 10% beer, it's triple now.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
it's the same price, maybe $1, $2 more.
Right.
So I think I would focus on. We go through this all the time. There's been no tasting room that is like a craft Pilsner tasting room. And I'm not saying, I think that culture, we do have the best tasting room, the menu board selection.
Mm-hmm.
I do go into breweries and they're like, they have 8 IPAs on tap. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Right. Yeah.
You have 8 out of your 10 beers that are 7 and 8% IPAs.
Mm-hmm.
All you're doing is make them compete for each other. How is one supposed to stand out?
Mm-hmm.
It's impossible. You diluted your own market. You shot your own self in the foot. Does it even matter at that point? No. But if there's one IPA on, it's going to be embedded in your head.
Yeah.
Like ours, the Mosaic IPA.
Yeah, I think a lot of people like that's like they're like, oh, gotta have that one.
You know why people like our beers is because we don't have beer names. This is interesting. Did you know that, Babs?
Yeah.
We didn't name our beers.
I didn't think of it, but yeah, that's cool.
So people come in, they're like, "Oh, I want a Czech, or I want like a pale ale." Oh, check it out, pale ale.
That's it.
People come in, they're like,
What
"What?"
the hell is that?
Yeah, it's not called Uncle Dan's Pale.
No,
or
it's not
whatever.
called like Lizard Foot's Tooth original blowjob ale. It's just like, yeah.
Okay, your riff for
Is there a
original
band
beer
name in
was way
there?
better.
Is there a garage band name in there? But like when people come in and guys still, I didn't see this one time. This guy came in, he's like, "Hey, is your cherry tart good?" Mm-hmm. I'm like, "Well, it's good if you like cherry tarts." He's like, "All right, I'll have 2."
That's such a Dumb and Dumber moment. Oh my god.
Is our cherry tart good?
Yeah.
Well, if you like beers that taste like cherry tart, he's like, "All right." And then he tipped me like $5.
Yeah.
I was like, "You're real fucking dumb, man." Is your beer good? Yeah, all of our beers are good. You work here. You have to say that. Then why'd you ask? What the fuck's the matter with you?
I'll be honest with people when they ask me my preference. I'm like,
What do you sell the most of?
yeah, right. And I'm like, what do you like to drink? I'm like, I like to drink like these 3.
Sculpin. Yeah.
That's right.
Sculpin.
I also hate saying that though, because if they don't like what you told them, you're like, now you're the bad guy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I know what you
Yeah.
mean. Yeah.
Do we have any bad Yelp review stories? Dude,
Oh, for sure. I've gotten bad Yelp reviews. They're pretty good.
have me and you
ones.
got bad Yelp reviews? Yeah. Remember you had my back when that shithead came in from Boston? Was like,
Yes.
He's like, let me get like 6 beers. I'm like, tight, dude. Let me get 6 IDs. He's like, fuck you, dude. Like, they're all like 20 and 38. I'm like, that means nothing to me. We have strict laws in California for who's ever watching. I think some states even have stricter laws. I think some states you can't even get pitchers because people could be pouring themselves or underage. And this guy was just like relentless, and we were busy, and he was holding it up, and he was like, "Hey man, like, I'm from Chicago, and you know we get beers and we're 18." I don't know what he was saying, but I was like,
I do remember.
so rad, dude. But that means nothing to me. Like,
One of his things was there was an expired ID or a hole punched ID, and he was like
Maybe.
he's like my son's girlfriend got on
got on an
on a
airplane.
plane with this ID, so you should be able to take it. And
Yeah,
you're
that
like,
mean something to me.
you're like not in California, but
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
he's like, "I'm gonna leave you a bad Yelp review." I'm like, "Right on, dude. My name's Casey. CA," and he gave me a bad Yelp review.
yeah. I remember you like texted me that night, and you're like, just FYI, this is gonna be coming, and I saw it like the next day. And I was like, hey, all right.
Well, because Krista kind of didn't have like my back at first. She was like, "Just serve them," and I was like, like 4 girls just walked up and went outside. I was like, "No, like."
Yeah.
The Target rule is just card everybody. It's $180 per person. I know that's tough for Europeaners and people from Mexico and people from out of state that they, you can go up to a place and get 4 drinks and it's not a problem at all. That's not the case in California. And no. Everyone, no. Act accordingly. They probably went to 5 bars before that. They knew what was going on.
Oh,
Like,
for sure. Yeah.
it's just people from Chicago and Boston. They're just, entitled, douchier. And,
Douchier.
yeah. In general, if you're from Boston or Chicago and you're watching this, you guys are cool as hell. But everyone else had it with you. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. I remember that.
Yeah. I think me and Warren got one too. I don't know, man. It's inevitable. You pour enough beer and somebody doesn't get acknowledged at the door is gonna,
Yeah.
And we were talking about that on Maury from Booze Brothers. We were talking about bad beer rating system reviews, like Untappd or Beer Advocate.
Oh, yeah.
Where people
They're
come in and they'll
hilarious.
be like, and you know this too, when you pour somebody a beer, I don't know why I'm whispering. Come here,
Yeah.
so what's going on? And they like get on their phone and they'll just start, they're going on Untappd or Beer Advocate. And you see the review later and they say something like, well, yeah, they didn't let my dog be on a leash and they didn't.
Oh, and they rate
and their
the
food
beer?
truck ran out. And I was like, what does that have to do with the beer? What the hell's that got to do with the beer?
That's awesome, yeah.
They ran out of toilet paper, so
Yeah.
fuck the beer. I was like, sorry, man, but just ask the manager and we'll get you some more TP.
Yeah, man. On Untappd, I always see the ones that are like people ordering, a chocolate, imperial stout or something
Yeah.
like that, and they're like, not really into the style, but 2 stars or whatever. And it's like, yeah, well, why did you order the beer? It's
No.
like if you already have a bias against it, sort of thing.
Dude, people come in, I've read beer styles, and people are like, all their beers tasted the same. I'm like, no, they don't. There's like 3 hazies, 2 sours that'll fry your mouth, wine, cocaine. Like it's all across the board. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
All of their beers tasted this. Oh, you tried like the amber and the brown?
Yeah.
And then started talking shit on your bullshit platform? Don't come back. What do we got here?
Yeah. I don't know. You tell me.
Maple bourbon. Oh, shit. Morning. You want to drink some of this?
I'll try Slash.
Maple bourbon barrel aged. Say that 3 times. Aged barley wine with cocoa nibs, maple syrup, and geisha coffee. Was this a $40 beer?
Dude, I don't know. I didn't pay for it. Yeah, no, that's.
I don't even want to look at the
compliments
ABV.
of Evan.
All right, shout out to Evan, wherever you are, man. 13%?
Is it 13%?
I saw 13
Dear
on something.
God. But it's 100% geisha.
Aren't they supposed to put ABV on all these things? I don't know. Here's what it looks like. Looks like a can of Coke.
Baker's. Oh, it's a Modern Times collab.
Baker's Dozen? Does that mean 13%?
Look at the back here.
We're going to do a little bit of this. We're going to do a little bit of this. I'm supposed to run 7 miles tomorrow. Ugh. Do we have any questions? We got any engagement, activity? We're cracking some of this. Here you go, baby.
Trevor's asking.
Oh, God. No more Trevor or Kevin or... No more people we know.
What's your favorite brewery in Carlsbad right now?
To me, dude, I haven't been north of Solana Beach in a very long time.
The only 2 places I go, we should double date, is Carlsbad Brew Co.
Okay.
and then Culver.
I've been to Culver. Culver's tight.
Culver is tight, and they've got outdoor seating now, and they've got a phenomenal deli.
Yeah, I love the deli.
They got
It's
a great deli. And then there's another place called CBC, which is across from Bressie Ranch. It's in between Bressie Ranch and Viasat, so it's slaying it.
I don't even really know where that's at.
Viasat's off El Camino, so it's like the new Qualcomm for San Diego.
Okay.
It's like the new Google. Everyone's
Sure.
making a ton of
Everyone's
money.
working there.
Yeah, and the people that are trying to go back to school, Viasat pays for it. And then Bressie Ranch is like the new Desperate Housewives of Carlsbad.
Yeah, I
you
know
know,
what
like
Bressie Ranch is.
fake titties, fake lips, Botox. Kids are screaming all day. Just throw them a phone, feed them some Adderall or something. You know, it's like, yeah. So they're right between there.
Okay.
And it's total business parked out.
Oh, yeah.
But it's killing it.
But it's like the business lunch spot or what?
Well, they have a full kitchen, and it's the same kitchen as Instant Ale House. So, good burger joints. Oh, everything's good. Like, we've had seared ahi towers. And the only thing that's not open is their giant brew house in the back. They have a huge system. And I don't know if it's some COVID bullshit or some whatever permits, you know, how long it takes to get sanctioned and up to sell their beer. But they can't sell their beer. They're selling everybody else's beer with a full kitchen right now.
Oh.
And it's kind of expensive. And we still go there and we're like trying to get a seat.
Wow. It just opened up?
Kind of. Sports. And one of the things that's cool about it is it's like Top Gun. You see where the landing strip for Palomar Airport Road. So all the planes just come in right there where like the sunset is.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, damn, I finally know what it feels like to be Tom Cruise from 1988.
What about breweries Dylan's going to down in San Diego? We got a cruise.
Different world.
Yeah.
I don't even know your part of town.
Dude,
Did you get some of those?
No, not yet. It sounds bad, but I haven't been to any breweries.
I vouch for North Park and South Park Brewery.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Woo!
so like,
some hair on your chest.
especially during COVID, like, I haven't been out much. Yeah.
Are you guys kind of safe zoning it, or are you guys kind of gung ho in it?
Yeah, we were definitely pretty safe zoning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think just recently we're starting to like maybe break out a little bit more. But it's hard, like, especially like it is hard going to your favorite spot and now things are suddenly different, right? As far as like, the whole seating arrangement or whatever.
Yeah.
Even if they have outdoor seating or whatever.
They got to be very accommodating for it to be
Yeah.
enjoyable.
And so I don't know. We haven't spent too much time out and about yet, but Yeah, and I mean in San Diego or more central San Diego.
Yeah.
South Park and North Park are usually. I mean, if we're going on a night out, right, and hitting a couple spots, like those are the spots. Modern Times around there too.
Yeah. North Park, Big Scene, Belching Beaver.
Yeah.
A lot of the North County breweries are down there.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one I'm thinking of, babe? I mean, I just want to go to Coin Op when we're down there because I want to play arcades. But what's the one that's off Las Posas? Rip Current. There's a Rip Current down there, right? Yeah?
I just walked by, yeah.
North Park?
I was there last night.
You on a date?
There's
You get on this side of the camera, Babs. You're on this date, dog. I was there last night.
There's a poorhouse down there that Elena,
We've been there.
female owner brewer down there.
You won an award from the guys that were in Beer Fest, and your mom presented it to her like 5 years ago.
Got it right here.
What?
Did you know that?
Signed Das boot.
That's a signed DOS boot from all the guys from Beer Fest. Pull it out.
What? Wait, hold on,
and we
okay.
went to Solana Beach to pick it up.
What?
Would your mom come on the broadcast? She would.
Oh,
love
she
this.
would for sure.
She would
yeah.
love this. Okay. Check out Women's
Okay.
Craft Beer Collective. Let Dylan know if his mom's hot or not.
Oh God.
I'm serious. Pull her up.
Please don't.
All right. No, but do it. What's her name? Women's Craft Beer Collective.
Yeah, it's I think on Instagram it's Women's Beer Collective.
Women's Beer Collective.
I think on Instagram, yeah.
But your mom gave that to Britta.
I mean,
So
she,
random, yeah. So that was
It
at
was like
where?
a beer magazine got that as a raffle
From
prize, and
the
I-
cast of Beer Fest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I, followed and
Farva.
posted and
Yeah.
whatever you do, and they pulled my name and they're like, "Well, meet us at Culture Solana Beach to come claim your prize."
Yeah.
Wild.
Well,
Okay.
we went to Poorhouse, and I was like, "What's the deal with these guys? Like, I want to chug beers with them." They're like, they're so done with this whole like everywhere they go, everybody wants to chug a beer, and it's if they do it, it's like Bud Light or Coors Light. I mean, they've got to be early 50s, like everywhere you go, everybody wants to, we're the party brigade,
Right, right.
But yeah, your mom gave that to Britta. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny.
How's your mom doing? Is she still my neighbor?
Yeah,
Cool.
they're still up there.
I sold that system she gave me.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. That was Steve's to begin with, so.
I got $250 for that.
Hey, dude,
Yeah.
good for you, man. Because none of us wanted to deal with it.
I kind of want it back. I sold it to a kid that was in Culver Mike's beer drinking class.
A beer
Homebrew
drinking
class.
What?
No. The owner of Culver also runs a class in Miracosta
Okay.
where it's pretty much a trade school. Like if you pass this class, you get an entry-level job at Stone or Lost Abbey or something.
Okay.
It's not for homebrewers. It's not for people that want to make a ton of money and be brewery owners. It's for people that want their foot in the door.
Yeah, to just be like production brewers.
Production brewers, cellarmen,
Yeah.
packaging, just getting their foot in the door that just love the San Diego beer industry.
Cool.
Yeah, unfortunately that, like we were talking about with your architecture thing, there's breweries that are so far ahead, they're recession proof and they can still hire people.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think the production guys, I mean, I think, because, like, wasn't there, like, a number that came out, like, that alcohol sales are up because of...
oh, for sure.
Yeah,
We're-
like...
shit, man, I bet
Yeah.
drugs are up. Me and Britta were talking about that the other day. We're like, yeah, the economy's shut down, but like, what's up? Like, obviously, unemployment and depression and alcoholism and, people that were dependent on going to Narcotics Anonymous, it's like drugs are probably through the roof,
AA meetings are now virtual.
You can't go to church. Now you get, you kind of, what am I supposed to do, So
Idle hands, idle time.
back to the point, alcohol's recession proof, especially when you're Stone or Lost Abbey or
Yeah.
who's making money right now?
In the industry?
Ballast Point's not making money.
No, because, recently, what is it, Three Kings or whatever? Chicago?
They got bought out by a microbrewery.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, well, they're microbrew with a lot of money, right?
Right.
But a lot less than they sold to
Right.
A and B for, right?
Yeah. Was that Constellation?
Or Constellation, yeah.
Yeah. Ballast Point definitely won in that.
Yeah.
Constellation overpaid.
Overpaid,
Half?
undersold.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that was at the height of Sculpin.
Right.
It never lived up to... That was when Sculpin was getting away with selling grapefruit and habanero and
Well, I think they tried
watermelon.
They tried to ramp it up so that they could distribute that all over the place, and I think the brand only kind of had its identity in California. Really.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is that when Ballast Point sold out, we went down to North Park. And I remember we got a margarita, and then you did a class, and then I was at Coin Up. And I remember I talked to everywhere I went. We went to that whiskey place in the daytime.
$7,000.
$7,000. Everybody said they're like, we're never going to buy Sculpin or sell Sculpin ever again.
Oh, yeah.
They were that owed to it. Like
yeah,
the people that, because I think where was Sculpin's big hub? Point Loma or Kearney Mesa or something? Or Ballast Point. I always say Sculpin.
It's the same thing.
Point Loma. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were done with it.
Right.
They were like, we're never going to, there's too many mom and pop, we have too much respect for mom and pop businesses that it's not worth selling their IPA when there's 20 guys down the corner we know and it's neighborhoody and probably, you know.
If you've noticed, like, I think they've put out a couple, like, ad campaigns recently since they've been bought back by independent brewers, right? They're trying to reignite that, like, hey, it's the same
San Diego with a craft brewery. It's like, no.
hometown brewery you love.
No,
you know?
you guys sold out twice, and you're trying to come back to like your old high school gang after you were.
It is, trying to come
living
back
in
to
Hollywood
roots.
for 20 years. You know,
Right.
It doesn't fly with a lot of people. You still got that beer?
I poured a little bit.
You still got this cost tracker. Should we say what up to some homies? I want to see what's going on
dude.
with this game.
I'm lagging.
We'll turn the TV on in 15 minutes and see what our faces look like. Anybody still hanging out? Olive Nation? I don't know.
A lot of questions about what that's about.
Esteban Flemings, thank you for the $10 donation. Anybody else I need to give a shout out to? Trev, thank you, bro. Thanks for helping produce the show. We try to get you guys in the beginning of the show. We're going to try to mix these up a little bit. I know people like when me and Maury are on and we can kind of just engage the whole time. And then, you know, I like having somebody from the San Diego craft beer brew scene come on and hear their story. We're trying to do 2 a week, but we can't afford it right now. So it might be every other week we're mixing it up. I don't know, but the people that gave us production money last week, again, were Matt. I can't read my own handwriting. Tarantino-tin? Matthew Tarantinian-tin. Hell's Brews. Jansen Edwards. Brando Espinoza. Cable Hogan. Gorgeous George. You sweet, curious George boy. And then Esteban Flemings. Cheers. He's out there in, I think, Arizona. Try to keep up with these guys. Check it out. Turn the TV on. Put on Game of Thrones right now, just like zone out. What happens to Tyrion? Does he live or die?
Live stream of these guys watching TV.
Did you watch Game of Thrones?
I did, yeah.
But you were the one to tell me to watch The Mandalorian.
Yes.
Is it better? Is Mandalorian better than Game of Thrones?
Yeah, dude.
Is it?
Well, I mean,
Babs.
it's apples to oranges.
I don't think they're in the same.
Yeah.
Mandalorian's more of a spaghetti western.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mandalorian's
Space.
fucking sick,
You
dude.
guys ever seen the movie Quigley Down Under? Check this out. We're going to see. I'll pull one of these cameras around so we can see what's going on. I want to see what it looks like on our shipbox $300 Emerson from Walmart. Yeah. Home brunch for barrage life.
Yeah, feeling that 10%, man.
Brew.
What's going on?
Oh, what the?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with
Is
my
your
phone.
autofill? Is
I
just
don't know,
quiet?
man. I don't know if I'm paying my phone bill or what.
Homebrew.
Homebrew. Let's try to throw
You just
four
must
in.
type homebrew a lot.
There we are. All right. Firing my boss. That's probably us. See what it looks like.
Is it on mute? So it doesn't.
Yeah, let's keep it on mute.
Not so bad.
Babs, can you throw the chat up there and see if people's names can come up in the actual video?
How do you do?
So go to plus. Let's see if this works. Ugh.
Here, I think if I...
Oh, there it is.
The thing looks good. Is that the chat box?
Yeah.
That's tight. Oh yeah. Is it coming up?
It'll take like 30 seconds.
Is it 30-second delay? Is that
It's like 20.
Is it?
Yeah.
So you can probably read some stuff. So that's that camera. That camera looks great.
Here, I'll go. This camera, I think. This is the synced one.
We can just answer some questions. Let me give some Instagram love. All right. Broadcast Homebrew for life. We're cooking with grease. What's up, fam? I gotta eat like 3 different t-shirts. That's the girl over there. Check it out. We got the chat going tonight. Jorge Castro. Oh, I made it too big. That's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll keep it cruising. Should we answer some questions? Does anybody have any questions? NBC? Is it actually showing up?
Yeah, yeah.
I see it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so nothing's cut off, right? And our sponsor didn't
No,
get.
it's up there.
It looks okay, right? That looks Braj Nation. Garrett, is that Garrett Perkins? Who's that? Is that G2? Is it coming up faster on your end, Babs?
Everybody's just shouting out Mandalorian.
Mandalorian's better?
I don't know.
The next 10 people shout out either
There's a lot.
Dude,
Yeah.
Friday, Mandalorian, season 2. Did you have watched
season 2's
one?
coming out?
Yeah.
I don't have Disney Channel
this
Plus.
week.
I'm still
I'll
on.
share my account.
Give it
with
to
you.
me. We're
Yeah.
still on the Jungle Book, the original movie. Was that what we tried to watch the other night?
We did watch it.
Mogwai?
Mogwai.
Hogtie?
Mowgli.
Isn't that one super dark?
It's the one where they're all English speaking and it's pretty dark. It's pretty like racist towards like humans. Animals don't like humans. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's not.
Racist towards humans.
Racist towards humans. But who leads the troops? It's the wolves. Yeah, but it's the one.
Talking Jungle Book?
No, we
No.
just watched it when we were house sitting at your friend's house.
Mowgli.
It was called Mowgli. We thought it was like a remake of the Jungle Book.
Uh-huh.
No, it's like
Baloo's like all like torn apart.
yeah, they've got that.
Not funny.
Yeah, they've all got like
All
PTSD
serious.
and shit. Like all the animals have like been through way too much shit.
Okay, I don't know this.
And the tiger's still the bad guy, right? He's still the brunch.
Bagheera?
Bagheera. But there was a remake where I think Bill Murray was like Baloo.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you keep the Jungle Book going in like that light? You know, are you gonna throw like an R-rated remake at?
Gritty reboot of Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Babs,
Yeah.
did you see people were asking about Olive Nation?
Yeah, yeah.
All
What is
Nations.
All of Nation. Tell me.
$20 for an NBC. I'll give you $20 for an NBC. What's up, Rhino? All of Nation. They sent us out some stuff and it worked out really good. And we'll give them a plug. Hand it over here. So we were gonna make a key lime seltzer with it, and check it out, Rush. We got key lime extract. It's very affordable stuff.
What does this have to do with olives?
Olive Nation is just the brand. Vanilla extract, pineapple extract.
So you use it for brewing, baking.
Sweet.
Well, I know I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but once you get to 10,000 YouTube subscribers, you get a lot of copy paste bullshit.
Okay.
You get a lot of copy paste stuff. People are like, "Love your channel,
Oh,
great
okay.
like hair products," and you're like, "You sent that to the wrong, you sent that to the wrong one." And these people were actually like, "Hey,
They're chill.
we make extract, and
Yeah.
this could go in beer, this could go in homebrew."
Cool.
And I thought we were gonna do a Trev who he's listening. That's his What Up Brew Show. We brought up an idea of doing it's Trevor's idea. Trev who, the Australian guy in here, about doing different ways to do hard seltzers. Whether you use like corn sugar versus CH sugar. Last hard seltzer video we used like real lemons, and now it's
Yeah.
like we don't work that hard. Just put extract in.
Right, yeah.
Do extract. The only way I would say would not be do extract is you were making a YouTube video, you know, because like no one's gonna know at a brewery, and if it's a home brew, just feed it to your friends. But like, it's not. Just get the extract. This is the real deal. So they sent us stuff. We
Nice.
liked it. We smelt it, and we're gonna make a video. We're gonna clap. And this doesn't happen that often. A lot of times, there's
Nice.
you know we try to go back and forth, and guys want I don't know. It's just, I don't know. We tried to work something out with like a vitamin pill hangover cure company.
Yeah.
And it's like a meeting to have a Skype call. Like my brain doesn't work that way. I'm just like, guys, it's like,
Yeah.
it's X amount of dollars if you want like 30 seconds on our shitty Homebrew for Life YouTube channel. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like, I don't want to meet your CEO. I don't care that you're from Toronto.
Hold on, bud.
I don't
Let me
wanna
tell
see-
you about these vitamins.
I don't want to, your Skype phone call is 3 guys on it is so awkward. I've done 3 of them. It's never panned out. I just say, hey guys, if you guys want to work with us, just send us product. If we like it,
Then we got
$500 for a minute video or something.
Yeah.
And then we'll start writing, editing, and filming. And, you know, when it comes down to it, comes out to me making about 10 cents an hour. But, you know, everyone gets a little piece of the action that's here for the process.
Mm-hmm.
So that one worked out.
That's cool.
We vouch for the product. And it's very difficult to vouch for products because who hit us up today? It was cleaning company. Grease. Yeah, like some 401 cleaning spray. And they're like, put it on, clean your homebrew stuff with it. And I was like, homebrew cleaning stuff is very like not fucked with stuff, you know? It's like OxyClean and PBW, which both cleans with oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a shit about your fragrance or like this is supposed to smell good or like
Okay. Yeah.
is this even like FDA tested or whatever? It's like, so I just let them know like we just
funny.
can't do it. Yeah. So it doesn't happen that often, maybe once or twice a week, maybe once a month, but you could waste a lot of time going back and forth, so I just kind of throw out kind of a Hail Mary half the time, and it worked out with these guys.
Right. That's cool.
Dude, there's been guys that like, we've gone back and forth. I was like, okay, we'll make this hangover video or whatever. We'll pretend like we just partied, and we'll do it for $500. And they're like, our budget's only $300. This happened one time. Yeah. This doesn't happen all the time.
Okay.
I was like, we went back and forth like for weeks, and you're really not gonna. You're gonna hold your ground at $300, and just out of integrity, I was like, we're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way. You came to us, we're not gonna do it. Right. We'll make our DIY plastic buckets and do it for free. We're not gonna get any product placement. I plug DeWalt by default. I always plug DeWalt. I don't really.
DeWalt.
I always plug DeWalt.
Okay.
I've just been with DeWalt for like a decade.
Okay. Well, as a construction guy.
But if you watch Homebrew for Life and you were like, oh, they're getting money from DeWalt or they're getting Amazon link kickback from DeWalt. No. Yeah. I just like DeWalt.
That's so funny because like, like the dudes that I know that are at Candy, it's like you pick a brand and you stick with it.
Yeah. And that's just years of me being a loyal customer.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm probably blowing it right now. Sound like a D-bag.
You want some questions?
Tom Millen on the mic. SS Brew Tank 1-barrel system is $16K. Sorry, Babs. As soon as I get all hyped up, I see him go straight for the volume. You hitting the head? Yeah, go for it. So I won. The whole joke was we had a $500 bet to see who was going to go to the bathroom, not me or Dylan. And Dylan just lost.
Talking about the beer drinking.
Talking about this beer?
Yeah,
the beer we're drinking?
like?
Baker's Dozen? It's very, very, very barrel-aged tasting. I can do a little bit of these. Again, this is a beer that you want to drink at your house. You don't want to hit the town and start drinking a couple of these. You're going to be paying for it pretty early. Did you like it?
I liked 4 ounces of it, yes.
Right. Do you want to come in the video?
No, I just came from a
If we get 3 Brita thumbs ups, we'll hog tie her and throw her on the couch. You like that?
No.
So check out Culver. I probably said culture right there. So check out Culture. If you guys are ever in Hell Brews, if you guys are ever hanging out in I guess any part of northern San Diego now or LAX. Do you still have any little delay on my video on that one?
There's a delay on yours, yeah.
I don't think we're getting too many trolls though. No one's complaining
They
about.
mentioned it in the beginning, but the audio sounds really good, so I
Cool.
don't think it's...
Cool. Just subscribe. Thank you. Hey, subscribe to Hell Brews on YouTube right now. And follow him on Twitter as well. Follow him because he's coming up on 1,000 subscribers. And once you get to 1,000 subscribers, it opens up a lot of doors. You can do Teespring, you can sell merch, you can do the super chat. That's why we don't do the homebrew, we don't do the broadcast yet, is because I think the pulse of the broadcast There's a Britta from Rhino Brewery. Get in
He
there.
was in the bathroom when you said that.
Oh.
I said if Britta gets 3 thumbs up, she has to jump in the video.
You said hog tie.
We hog tie you. Put on a coconut bra.
There's two.
Hellbrew. CH, what do I want on my porch bomb? I'm sending you a porch bomb, brother. That's Sweet George over there up in Utah, which is probably a very tough place for him to get good beer or craft beer. George, let us know. Is Utah still like 3% beers everywhere you go?
No, I think it's just an SLC.
What's that?
Salt Lake City, right? Like just in that kind of metropolis.
Are you sure? Usually it's governed by the state.
I don't know.
Yeah, George, let us know what goes
I have
on.
no
man.
authority on that.
But everybody follow Hell Brews. He's right around the corner. Once you get to 1,000, you can monetize it for once. So what I'm saying is YouTube slaps all these ads on Hell Brews channel right now, and they get all of it. But once he gets 1,000, he can monetize it, and he's gonna get like 4 cents of that. So, and that will keep him ultimately not giving up on YouTube, and YouTube can burn you out because there's a lot of writing, editing, researching, drinking, burping, pissing that goes behind it. So there's a thumbs up.
5% in Utah.
5% maximum in Utah? 5% maximum in Utah. So that means so that means they are cool with alcohol. But it's I mean, can you even get in there as a craft brewery? Would you have to sell them like 4% like Stone IPA?
I have no idea. Yeah.
That's a good question. George, how do you, if you were to get Stone or Ballast Point or a West Coast IPA, do they dummy it down? Because I know they do that for Coors. I know they, in Utah and Colorado, when we used to travel in college to play teams out there, we'd be drinking like 3% beers. And out here they're like 4.5.
Right. Okay.
So maybe they do. Maybe there's some craft beers out there that dummy it down. I mean, it makes sense, you know. If you're charging the same price, there's less grain that goes into it.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's actually better case scenario. There's,
Yeah.
there's less materials.
Yeah.
There's less grain. There's less sugar. So, how we doing on time, Babsy?
How far do you want to go? You're an hour and a half?
Always 2 hours. How you doing? Do we need some water?
That is a rule of
It's always a rule.
the broadcast. Always.
Well, we did 3 hours one time, and I was like, usually I try to chop this up and try to like take
Right.
10-minute clips from it.
Uh-huh.
And I was looking at it, and I was like, I ain't fucking even looking at this. Like 3 hours. It was 4 guys that night. I think you were booked
Last
up.
week was pretty long.
Last week was perfect.
It was like 2.5.
No.
Really?
No,
Only
it
two?
was like 148.
Oh.
Yeah. It's the same every time. Like the first 15 minutes, it's like awkward with anybody, and then I'm trying to like talk to these people without interrupting you.
Oh, for
but
sure,
I always
yeah.
steal the story and interrupt everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And some people are with it from the start to finish. It's crazy. Yeah.
Hey, well, I want to be somewhere in the middle. I don't want to be the best. I don't want to be the worst.
No, you did good. We're doing good, and I hope people check out Culture, check out their Instagram, and very lifestyle. We don't have too many guys that work there. It was me and you and Lauren,
There's
mostly
very
girls.
Few guys.
Very few guys.
Yeah, yeah. Me, you, and then Addison.
Who's that one guy? We'll talk about this off camera.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Remember that night?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that night?
Yep.
Remember that night?
And then we got Jason too. You met Jason, right? He's our assistant brewer. New assistant brewer.
Yeah, rad guy.
Fairly new.
Who's the tall guy? Looks like a shittier version of me in Ocean Beach.
Oh,
Rob?
Rob. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
Never met him.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, since OB is no more.
What happened to them? They didn't get
Well,
any.
we closed OB
I'm going back to one of these.
earlier this year. Yeah.
So everyone just ultimately lost their job?
Yeah, I think so.
Damn.
Unfortunately, yeah. I think we all offered them the opportunity to
Move north?
to pick up shifts up north. But,
Yeah.
Um,
Just North Park people and Ocean Beach people, it's just way too gnarly of a commute. And
yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, OB. If you live in OB, you want to work in OB.
Right.
You know. I mean.
Alex, Superfry, he doesn't even have a car. He can just walk to work every day.
Dude,
I love that guy.
Dude, no, he's picking up shifts.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Tell him I said what up.
And Encinitas or whatever.
He's always bumping like Tame Impala or Fish and talking about some reggae concert in Colorado. Super Fry.
Yeah.
Baby, do you have a bottle opener?
Yes.
Does anybody have any questions that wants to ask Dylan in terms of getting into the non-production brew side of the industry?
Do you want to be a server or what?
Well,
Right.
you know, you're a manager. You got to deal with people. You've written me up before, or you haven't written me up, but you've hit me up on something. No, I mean, like, if you guys are great managers, like if I leave the sign out front, you know, you have to text me in the morning and say
Right. Yeah, you
this
have to
and that.
be like...
But I respect you for it, and like that's your job, and you know, there's no emotion and stuff like that. But that's not hard for me to do, but that's hard for some people to do.
Yeah.
So you know,
sure.
especially in a world we live in where everyone, you know, you can hurt their feelings so easily and so quick, and you know, woe is me, and everybody's gonna rage quit or walk out. You know, so you have a tough job dealing with employees and Slack and.
Oh yeah,
Communicating.
I mean, it has its own challenges for sure.
Do you like it, or would you take less money not to deal with employees?
No, I do like it, I do miss it in a way.
Yeah.
I think I miss more the like being behind the bar and serving aspect than the management. Like, yeah, that can get a little much just because there's a lot of moving pieces, and I mean, like, you know, scheduling food trucks is like one
A
thing
nightmare.
Just,
They're gonna flake.
A headache, man.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, for the most part, it's definitely like the easiest job that I've had, and that's not to say that it doesn't have its own challenges, but it's like it was like a pretty straightforward, like fun job. You know, it was, yeah, you just get it done, and you know, do it in the best way possible. So it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
I think that I'm with you on that in terms of it's the easiest job I've ever had, because no matter how much money I have or don't have, I think I'll always pour beer.
Yeah.
Because like I've done construction, poured concrete in Palm Springs, 115-degree weather. You do architecture, and it's like I can just pour beer now. I don't consider this a job. The hardest part of the job is mopping up a toilet at the end of the night for 5 minutes.
Yeah. No, I know.
Some people
right?
get so stressed out with people. I mean, some people suck, but I think genuinely most people are cool. And most, I love seeing the regulars and stuff like that. You're always going to get some middle-aged person, out-of-towner that come in that could fuck your night up. But, you're only going to see them for 5 more seconds and never again. And you're going to, even if you walk with $80 or $100 on a Friday night or Wednesday night, I mean, with minimum wage being so high in California, that still comes out to $30 an hour. And if I want to make $30 in construction an hour, I can't.
Yeah.
It's gnarly. You have to be like in the trade doing one thing for like 5 years. $30 an hour pouring beer like a monkey.
Yeah.
Happens a lot of shifts.
Right.
Construction, I think I ended construction. I was making, after a couple of years, I started at 15, and when I quit or left, I think I was making like 22. And that's like out in the sun, grueling labor, like every day you're potentially around sharp metal or, a table saw, or got to be on your A game. So I think I'll always pour beer, no matter how much money I have or don't, because I always want to be a part of the brew scene. I already homebrew, so I don't want to commercial brew.
Right.
You're pretty much just a janitor that brews once a week. Every other week you're just cleaning up and moving shit around. You're always going to make way more money behind the bar, and I get my fix as a homebrewer. So why wouldn't I just pour beer?
Yeah. There's
no room for error. I've been a server at
That's
Best of One. I've worked with food. I've worked with craft cocktail bars. You bring out food and people are like, "Hey, can you send it back?" I said, "No tomatoes, no pickles." Send it back. Take the goddamn pickles off. Like, I'm not gonna send this back. It's Friday night. We're booked up.
Yeah.
And then I've worked at a place next to Battle Mage. People were like, yeah, I don't want to say, but yeah. But people are like, hey, can you make my Manhattan with 2 orange garnishes the same way that the guy made it from the other night? I don't know how I made it from the other night. I'm just going to make it how the textbook is. And when you're working with craft cocktails, they always send it back. They don't always send it back, but there's a better probability.
Right.
There's more room for error. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, pouring a beer is just pouring a beer.
Pouring a beer is pouring a beer.
It's great.
And I would say about 1 in 100 beers, you're going to deal with somebody that's like, just sucks.
Right.
Someone just sucks at going to a tasting room.
Yeah.
It's not a minor. It's maybe a drunk or a middle-aged old woman that's just like, why don't you have Chardonnay? Like, why don't you have this and that?
Got that a lot, yeah.
And in terms of dealing with food and kids and pizza and dough balls and flowers and, cleaning up a table with Clorox and, buffing down a table with a busboy every time someone leaves and being all shiny, happy person in corporate America, you don't really have to do that when you pour beer.
Yeah.
You don't really have to be all like ass kiss. There's a sense of less acting.
Yeah.
Less bullshit customer service.
Right.
Like, they know what they're getting into. They should know how to order. Don't ask for 3 things and then get a flight. Don't do that. Don't get a flight if there's a line out the door.
My ultimate pet peeve is when people, because like at Culture Right, we do splashes.
This is Reddit. All right, we do. Okay, so we don't do tasters.
Yeah. Well, we do tasters. We don't
do flights. Which
Right.
That's why I work at Culture. Because
Yeah.
I fucking hate flights with all my heart.
Yeah, flights fucking suck.
They're the worst thing ever.
But I mean, for Culture, we don't even have like a 5.
Right, a paddle that
flight.
comes out and
None of that.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you want a taster, you order tasters. Sure,
Right.
you could order 4 or 5 tasters at one time.
Right.
Yeah. But
But you're a pile of shit if you do.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
This is live right now. All your bosses are hearing this. We're all on the same page.
Oh
God damn it.
yeah. I think
We're all on the same page.
But the ultimate worst thing is when people, because we at Culture, they're like, oh, I want to order like a IPA, right? But like they want to try like a couple different IPAs. Sure, we'll give them a splash.
You get 2.
And you get like a little comparison, right?
Yeah.
But when people order splashes and they're like, oh, let me get a couple splashes here. I'm like, okay. It's like, all right, I'm gonna get tasters of these 2.
It's like, you just had them.
You just
had
did
'em.
it.
You just had them.
Yeah, that's the worst thing.
I don't know if I was a Culture, but in the last 5 or 6 years, I've worked at 2 or 3 places. I've said no before.
Oh yeah.
People come in and there's a line out the door and there's last
right.
call. People are like, hey, can I get a flight? I'm like, absolutely not. You want to give me a bad Yelp review? My name's Casey. My name is Casey Hardy. CH.
Attention, Dylan.
Yeah. Like, come on, you gotta have etiquette as a customer too. You gotta have
People
etiquette
like that.
as going out, and that's ultimately how we get regulars. Like we get the people that we like because they don't do those things.
Yeah.
They're cool.
And I think that's the thing that's kind of stuck with me is when I go to a new brewery, I try to just be as like least difficult as possible.
Yeah.
If I am curious about things, I want it to come naturally where I like riff with the beer tender or whatever to be like, oh, what's up with this one,
Do you want people to know you're like, oh, I manage like Culture? You never.
Definitely not.
That's the last thing you want.
I mean,
Do you guys do like
if it comes
10% off industry? Yeah, we just waived your tax.
Yeah, no, if it comes naturally in conversation,
Yeah.
then that's sick. I like to make those connections with
Right.
people who are
like,
also
here's
in
my
the
pay
industry.
stub, bro. 10% off. I work at Stone.
But yeah, I'm not gonna go up there and then like run up a tab and then at the end of the night with the bartenders that I've
Industry
made zero
discount?
connection with,
Yeah.
be like, industry discount?
Yeah.
Like no,
That's such a fucking
it sucks.
Yeah. I can't stand that when people come in, they're like, do you do industry discount? And I'm like, where do you work? They're like, I work at Stone. I'm like, do you realize if I went to Stone and I asked for an industry discount, they would want to see like my junior high, like ID, like my social security, 3 weeks pay stub, like what's the thing where you see your heritage, 23andMe? It's like, dude, and then they come in and say, I don't care that you work at Stone. You work graveyard shift at 4 a.m. Nobody even at Stone knows who your name is. Like, don't name drop in here, Like,
yeah. It happens.
it happens.
Whatever.
That's just the nature of the business. But
whenever that does happen, I I try to like connect back with them.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, you know, you try, and if they're just like whatever, I'm here for my discounts.
Yeah.
It's like okay, whatever.
I'll give it to you just so you never. I don't know. Just so you shut your fucking mouth. I don't have to see your mouth move anymore.
You're more vicious than I am.
I work at Stone. I think I'm older than you. How old are you? I'm 35.
Yeah. Shit. 29.
Oh, I got some miles on you.
28.
I got some miles on
Dear
you.
God, I can't remember.
He's 29. I don't know if there's any. Is there any girls watching this?
Probably
He's
not.
married, but I don't know. Olive Nation.
Can you sauce me one of those
Yeah.
Schwartz beers?
Fuck yeah, bro. We got time for one more beer, Babs?
Oh, you've got 20 minutes.
Oh, we got 20 minutes? I'm going to hit the head, Dylan. You're going to ask some questions. Here.
Oh. What kind of questions am I asking?
The worst ones.
Wait, are people presenting me questions, or I'm asking questions to the audience?
I don't know. Is there a girl in there?
I don't see
No?
any.
Henrik? My whole goal for the broadcast is to not get electrocuted.
Oh, bye.
There's a million.
There's
All the
like
liquid
6 inches
and
from
wires.
Yeah, there's like. Okay. Yeah, we're going to.
Okay, here's one.
Okay.
Clever beer names or artwork style.
We're moving this over here.
Okay, sorry. Repeat
Clever
that. Sorry.
beer names or artwork sell more beer.
Artwork.
Do they? That's the question.
And I think sometimes
Who sold both.
Sometimes, the clever beer names, like for instance, Dankenstein's Monster. I think that's pretty clever. I think the artwork would catch me, and I'd be like, "What is that?" But like the punny beer names, I'm not really so much into. I don't know. It's hard to say though, because culture doesn't really, as far as my experience selling beer. Since we've never had named beers like that, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to speak on that.
Because you don't do it.
Yeah, but I think the puns turn me off. Man, but Dankenstein is a pun. But artwork, I think that is the key. Great artwork. I mean, all of Modern Times cans look absolutely beautiful. I mean, who else puts out great designs? Bottle Logic's artwork, I think, is killer. That's like probably some of my favorite brewery branding. And then, yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of mixed up on that one.
No worries. Okay. Someone's asking, what's the best way to build a regular customer base at a new location? Since you guys have multiple locations.
Oh yeah. I think for us, definitely, it's been we kind of take on the identity of the neighborhood that we're in. So, for instance, our locations in Solana Beach versus Ocean Beach, they're like drastically different kind of clienteles.
I'm coming back, man.
But we really try to promote kind of like local stuff happening, whether it be like hosting events there for.
We do a lot of art shows.
Yeah, for like the local artists, right?
I love that.
But at the same time, our tasting rooms don't lose our identity in that.
No.
Like where, I'm trying to think of like an example. If you like walk into like maybe one of those like commercial park kind of breweries, right?
You're talking industrial park?
Yeah,
They don't even have branding.
Yeah.
A lot of them just have
It's kind of-
fermenters, you know?
Right, it's kind of like lack of branding, but then also maybe an influx of like people coming through and like posting up their flyers and stuff like that, where it starts to get tacky.
Yeah.
And I think finding that balance between promoting cool local stuff, but also not losing the tasting room identity to that. I think that's good, and I think the art shows have been like the biggest thing for culture. Is like.
We don't do live music, but I think if we did, to kind of keep the same theme of the genre, you know, like Booze Brothers, Babs, like it's all pretty much kind of like hippie,
Skater.
psychedelic. Yeah, like if Booze Brothers came out and should like open mic rap music night, people would be like, "What the hell?"
Yeah,
I don't care how much money this makes. Like, you know, coming out, you know, white reggae night. You know, it's just like I don't know if I'm into this, man. Yeah, just keep it folky, keep it your theme. And I never even thought about that. I never even thought about the consistency of branding in regards to selling beer.
Yeah, I think that's like it's not just like branding as in anything with your logo on it, right?
Yeah.
I think it's also branding as far as like literally every aspect of your tasting room. Like you walk into the bathroom, are you seeing posters of like everybody, like all the local like band posters out there, or are you seeing like for instance culture? We kept it pretty clean with like just our culture events, right? And not to say that if you want to be that brewery who's like, yeah, we have all the local bands posted shit up in here or whatever, like that
Courthouse, Oceanside.
Yeah, that's a cool kind of like dive bar-y feel to it, right? Which is great for some areas.
That's their grunge environment.
Yeah,
right.
But like for Solana Beach, like I don't think that necessarily
that
work,
wouldn't fly. We have that was a good point when you brought up earlier about Encinitas versus Solana Beach, because I would think of that when people think of Encinitas and Solana Beach, you think of same like real estate, like houses are millions of dollars.
Right.
But if you think of crowds, it's like riffraff versus like lawyers and professionals and we don't get too many crowds of 22-year-olds that come into Solana Beach.
Yeah, it's a little more like an after work kind of crowd.
Right.
Yeah.
But Encinitas, that's like the heart of it is like the skate rat.
Right.
Like the upper middle class skate rat.
Right.
But it's even funny going back to branding. I remember studying this in, I don't know, probably high school. Just like Coca-Cola and Budweiser. Like if you open up a fridge, like the red stands out like more than anything. And that's why like most things are red. Like if you drive on the freeway, Shell station, McDonald's, yellow and red, Target, everything's red. Nothing's purple. Very few things are green. There's not so much blue. So yeah, I mean even just the psychologically of like thinking like, I don't know, red, stop, look at it, stop sign, look at it, red light, stop, like give it more attention or something.
Yeah, the psychology behind colors.
Absolutely. Green means like...
There's a whole chart, I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's graphic design.
Green is environmental or healthy.
Everything's red and yellow.
Those are like, I think red and yellow is like the... it's like the urgency, like fast food sort of thing, like a urgency, like nutrition, like it's like a survivalist.
Okay.
Like so that piques like caveman instincts, right?
Okay.
And then
I think does it resonate like stop, like fire, like look at it more to make sure I don't fuck up.
I don't know that it could relate to fire. Yeah.
I don't know.
Like I know it's also danger. Yeah.
Right. Red light.
Right.
Brake. You know, so use that as a business. Be like, oh, Target, stop and look.
Right.
Oh, Panda Express, stop and look. What's green? Nothing. Starbucks.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
I think green is like I see a lot of in like as far as logos and design and stuff. It's like either health based or environmental in some way.
That's a good thing we just brought up. Like, I never even thought about that. I've never put color to a beer. Except for two beers. Red and Budweiser, and green is Pliny the Elder. Pliny.
Yeah,
I've never thought about that.
Right.
Pliny's only done green, and Budweiser's only done red. What other Bud Light is blue, so you got to kind of be different diet to kind of what? To now compete with Pepsi? Is that why they did that? Coke and Pepsi?
I have no idea. Wait, so because Coke is red and Pepsi's blue?
Budweiser is Coke,
and
then it's like if I'm going to do I don't want to have Budweiser compete with Budweiser.
Right.
I don't want to have Coke compete with Coke. So what's the color of Diet Coke? Black?
It's like silver with the red logo.
It's silver?
Letters. Yeah.
I never even thought about that.
The can is silver.
I never even thought about it. Like think of like a little kid that just goes to the fridge and accidentally like grabs a beer instead of a Diet Coke because he can't read.
Right. Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
The only beer that I've ever known that's done that is Budweiser. Red, probably stole that from Coke, or Coke stole that from them, whoever was around for that. And then when they wanted to do like the different thing, they did Bud Light, which is blue, to look like Pepsi, just to not compete with themselves.
Right.
And then the only way I've thought about it in the craft beer world is Pliny. It's green and then a little red hole, like a tree with a little owl look or something that's red.
Yeah.
They're not flashy. They just want you to see the color.
Yeah, it is just bold color.
It's just color.
Yeah.
They don't need a $1,000 an hour graphic design tattoo guy to
Oh, for sure.
some fucking bat catching a wave or something like
Right.
pizza port or something. But I've never even thought about that.
Yeah.
When you start putting beers with colors, you're making a lot of money.
Yeah.
You're making a lot of money. But that's very hard to do. And Pliny's the only craft beer I've seen pull that off.
just like straight up color. Yeah.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like very minimalist can design.
I mean, Swami's is blue when I think about it, but it's really silver because they're all.
Mostly silver.
Yeah.
And then it's.
Mostly silver, and then it's like, yeah, it's got a lot going on. I'd say.
I guess Sierra Nevada is just stick with green.
Mm-hmm.
Always just stick with green.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say Ballast Point has any color.
Yeah, I feel like the orange of Sculpin. Is
I would guess the fish just stood out more than the actual color.
Yeah.
Like, oh, fish.
Right.
Pike, spiky, piney, orange. Deuce Bigelow movie. Was that the same fish? Deuce Bigelow?
No, that was a lion.
That was a lionfish. Coors Light. Now, Coors Light, what do you think of?
Silver bullet.
It has to be that forever now.
Yeah,
It can never change that.
Yeah.
That would be the dumbest thing of all time. Coors just comes out with like this maroon thing. It's like, cool, you look like a
I do think
failed rock star energy drink. I'm out,
Right.
dude. I'm going to Budweiser.
the Coors Banquet, I think is like a very
gold?
cool, iconic like label.
I think it is too, and I think that I like it probably the same way you like it, is we don't see that much of it. It's never on
Yeah.
draft. It's very,
For sure.
and they still did like the glass kind of grenade bottles of it. So it's cool to see that, like the red stripe bottles,
Right.
it's kind of rare. But yeah, if you can get your beer label identifying with a color where people see purple, green, blue,
And think
orange. Is there an orange beer? Boddington's?
I don't even know what Boddington's
It's
is.
like a Guinness. They're yellow orange.
Yeah.
Straight black, I think of like Monster or Guinness.
I'm just thinking, what is it, $4.95 or whatever?
805. 805, yeah, that's
Wait,
good
805
call.
is orange? They're black.
805 is straight black.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking, was it $4.95?
805 looks like Monster.
Yeah.
They look like
It
Monster.
reminds me of Guinness.
Because it's so weird when you go into like a grocery store or convenience store and you just grab something really fast. It's like you didn't go into that store thinking you were going to buy that.
Yeah.
So what stood out to you? Like there's such a mind fuck and such a psyche to it where you're like, oh, I went in for a Gatorade, but now there's like a Starbucks iced coffee, but I'm CH, so I'm gonna grab a 6-pack of Sculpin. I don't know, like I don't know, because we're talking about the best beer account to get, the best beer account to get of all time, and it's an ongoing conversation me and Maury have. Do you want it at a stadium? Do you want it at the Del Mar Fair? Do you want it at a movie theater? I think the best beer account to have of all time is the Shell station off Encinitas Boulevard. Do you know what I'm talking about? Babs, you know what I'm talking about? The Shell station that's off Encinitas Boulevard next to...
Right off the freeway?
Right off the freeway next to Wendy's and Lazy 8. Have you been in that Shell?
Yeah.
No.
I know.
It is the smallest store in the world that sells beer or anything. Because if you can make it in that store where everything counts, every cubic inch counts, on the bottom of it's going to be probably Dasani water, which is probably owned by Coca-Cola or Pepsi.
It is, yeah.
It is?
It's
Okay.
Coke.
It's Coke.
Yeah.
Above that is probably going to be Starbucks iced coffees. Above that's probably going to be Gatorade. There's going to be no Powerade or vitamin water. It's just Gatorade. Above that's going to be probably Coors Light, Modelo, Budweiser. And above that's going to be probably the hard seltzers we talked about. And then probably Sierra Nevada and whatever. Probably Sierra Nevada, Corona. I'm talking like 6-packs above like the tall
Yeah.
boys. And that's the hardest account to get. Because if you can get that account, you can get any account in the world. because that is the toughest account on planet Earth to get into. It's not the Las Vegas casino. It's that account.
Yeah.
It's the smallest.
It's
you can go in there
selective.
and you could touch like the counter. There's no bathroom. It's so small. There's not even a bath. There's not even a bathroom around the corner to go into. They just don't have a bathroom. This is a 6x6 shed. If you can get any of your product in there, that's a good point. Whether it's corn nuts or gum or candy or something, that's the hardest account to get into. That's the best account to get into.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that for sure.
I mean, what do you think the best account to have is? Assuming you had all the money in the world and distribution.
Distributing beer.
Yeah. Does that make sense? I don't know.
Right. Just as far as like, when you get it, you've made it, sort of thing. Like, right?
Yeah. Do you want to be like in Yankee Stadium, or I would want to be in every gas station bathroom.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it's the smallest and most. Everything counts in there. Everything is so educated. Everything is. You can't just go in there and put up some mint mouthwash thing on there. They'll call the cops. You know. Like,
yeah.
You can't be a salesman to go in there. It's like you can't even sell this place. That's how tough of an account it is.
Yeah.
There's people going into liquor stores and beer places all the time that are, trying to push their beer on there. It's like, this place, you can't even do that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Let me know if there's some wisdom in that. Or
For, I don't know, immediately for grocery stores, I'd be like, Trader Joe's, because they have, like, a pretty selected beer selection.
But there's not that many Trader Joe's.
Yeah, they're limited, and then also their beer isn't refrigerated, which sucks. But.
Same with Costco. I don't think their beer is refrigerated. Their beer is definitely not refrigerated.
Yeah. But that also can make your brand, right? Because I think, like, Ashland is in Costco's, right?
Ashland is a family from my high school.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Do you know them? That they worked at Nixon next to us at Culture?
No, I heard.
Emily and Sarah Ashbrenner?
Okay.
They're cool.
I've heard the story because they're, like...
Two girls, pretty tall. They're pretty cool.
Huh.
Yeah.
But they're from...
Aleemanhain or Encinitas.
No. Whatchamacallit? I'm trying to use blank. The St. Archer, right? It's like St. Archer money went into Ashland.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I think that's the connection.
Their dad owned St. Archer?
I don't know if it's the dad. It's like, could be a separate person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's the guy who started St. Archer, went on to then kind of go
branch out and do the whole like cut water type stuff.
Yeah. Because it's Scout who distributes both of those.
I'm telling you, Ashland, if you're listening to this, and we don't even shoot from, I do shoot from the hip, but I'm a brutally honest person. That could go both ways. If they're back to our hard seltzer thing, if there's a fourth to break in the circle of hard seltzer distribution trust, it would be Ashland. Because the way I see it, it goes White Claw, Truly, and then there's like 50 other second places.
Yeah.
And Bud Light Seltzer is slowly the horse, coming in from the back. They're a little bit late to the table, but they've got the most money and the most distribution chains.
Yeah. I think
distribution avenues.
Yeah, they'll succeed. But
Budweiser will always succeed.
For sure.
Right.
Ashland, yeah. What was wild about Ashland is that I've actually, I think just today, me and Steve were on their website for some reason. And
are they in all 50 states?
I have no idea. But what
That's a big
immediately
indicator.
going to their website, it was like, oh, Ashland, this is like a lifestyle brand. It's not. It's
Breweries
not.
gotta
a
knock this
seltzer
shit
brand.
up. They gotta knock this shit up. I hate
Yeah.
when beer says they're a lifestyle brand.
That's exactly what they're doing though, and I was like,
I hate that shit.
And honestly, it's gonna work out for them. I think
They're cool. The daughters are cool. I can't stand when breweries are like, hey, we're like a lifestyle brand. I'm like, you make beer.
Yeah.
Whether you think that you're wearing a Ruka shirt while you're drinking the beer or not, that's up to you. But
yeah, I don't know. I think unfortunately, that aspect of it plays into the bigger picture of like branding, and how important that is. And
I just think, right, I'm with you, but I think it's goofball.
I'm not happy about it. No.
I mean, hey,
I'm with you. I'm not happy.
Whether I have a problem with it or not means nothing, because who
Yeah.
the fuck am I?
Right.
Go make your money, go live your life. But the lifestyle brand thing. That just I just see a lot of Beach Grease tried to do that. Now they're out of business.
They're out of business for sure.
When that happened.
They're not opening back up.
You heard it here first, folks.
They've been shut down even before COVID. Oh, they will. No.
Yeah.
They come out, everyone's like, we're a lifestyle brand. You got to buy into this like
Yeah.
lowrider social distortion look. It's like,
That's such a small.
say all you want, man. You still got to sell beer, man. You still got to hit your numbers, and especially if you have investors, and you have to work even harder.
Right.
Your job sucks even more because you got more hands in the cookie jar, you know, or just more, you know, cooks in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's gonna be wild to see after COVID, like what actually is succeeding, what's not.
I think this is a good question, Babs. We're gonna do a little right ski on this one. Post COVID apocalyptic San Diego beer scene.
Yeah. What's it look like?
Do they get stronger because people went under? And there's not that many people that went under. But So far.
Yeah.
But we've also said the name of the game is changing where everybody wants to be on the coast.
Mm-hmm.
I think the industrial park thing is dead unless you really have a niche.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you have a music theme scene or a nerd bar or any theme that's just successful, whether you're surfers or skaters or snorkelers or snowboarders. There's a space bar in Vista. Yeah.
Right.
I think everything's going to get localized, though. I think everyone's just going to go to their most convenient spot. Like if me and my girlfriend, Stag and Lion was right here on the corner of Tamarack.
Right.
We probably been there. Me and Donnie.
It was fun. It was convenient.
Yeah, and they had the shoots on tap. They were the only place that had shoots on draft, recipes on draft. And then when they shut down, they just had way too big of a lease.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I think it used to be a Denny's or something. And
yeah, it's a big spot.
they were just using like the little corner of one of the little parcels of it. And then when they shut down, we just started going to Port more, bottle shop. And then when you're kind of there, it's kind of like, let's just get one drink anywhere from there, whether it's the Compass or Carlsbad Village Pub.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Very
Village
rarely
Pub.
the Cantina. I think beer drinkers want to go to beer drinker spots, you know, maybe focus on a place that there's not millions of kids running around or just bachelorette girls running in and going crazy wearing, you know, Daisy Dukes and some 99-cent store Cinderella thing that they have on that's just driving everybody fucking crazy, including their friends. But I think it's just going to get localized. Whether that was COVID or not, I think the fate of beer is people are just going to go to their most, not even like best tasting spots where it's like the place I'm not going to get a DUI. The place I'm not going to get in trouble. The place I don't have to drive and get on the freeway or go through a checkpoint or a sketchy part of town. I think it's just going to be, I don't know. Do your production maybe inland, and then do your tasting rooms on the coast. But who even has the money for that? You know, if you start it nowadays with a big operation, like, you know, call it Virgin or something. I don't know, but I'd imagine they have a ton of investors. They have a ton of money. Dividends and a lot of people that have to look into your numbers at the end of the month, and I think that'd be a fucking nightmare. I think that'd be a nightmare if I was, you know, a 10% owner. I don't know. Did craft beer kill itself? What's the conclusion of the story? How do you forge ahead?
I do think it's oversaturated for sure. At least in San Diego, for sure. Yeah.
You're gonna need a kitchen now if you want to compete. You're gonna need a patio.
Yeah. Oh, for sure you need a patio. It's San Diego.
Right.
Come on.
Well, I mean, even, you know, one of my favorite breweries, Battle Mage in Vista, they don't have a patio. Mm-hmm. They don't have a kitchen. They are forced not to be open.
Oh,
so nowadays,
currently with COVID,
No.
No food trucks.
No food trucks. They don't have a patio.
25% with food truck?
It's one suite, so it's like you go over there, you go over there.
Yeah.
It's just too small to even do that,
Mhm.
and I think you really need to focus on being like an LTH or something. I don't know. I do not know. I don't know. So back to our question, like, are like the people that survived going to forge ahead? I don't think so. Unless you have insane amount of investors and you just go full investor and full distribution.
Yeah, I think this would be the time to like
or at that point you would
lay
just
into
sell
distribution if you haven't already.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, it is tricky because it's whatever spot that you have, outdoor is necessary. So if you're coastal, I mean, outdoor should have already been necessary, right?
Yeah.
Because you're by the coast.
Yeah,
right? But yeah, it is really tough. I think that people, like you said, people will kind of like double down on their like local spots. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not like I'm definitely traveling very little to like go to any place, right?
Or focus on the tasting room scene where like there's just hillbilly towns. Go to Lake Arrowhead and start a satellite tasting room.
Right. Yeah. Go to a place where there's no other tasting rooms.
You know what's funny? We were up in Big Bear twice this year, and Big Bear is blowing up since Mammoth bought it, because when Mammoth bought Snow Summit, all the property value went up. That if anybody, Belching Beaver, Kilowatt, or Ninkasi put up a tasting room up there, slay it. There's 3 tasting rooms up there, breweries, trash.
Mm-hmm.
And you think it'd be good, right? Like Big Bear, Lake Arrowhead water, garbage. They don't have to be good. There's no competition.
Yeah.
If you had a brewery up there, an established brewery, and you were driving up the mountain, once a week, slay city.
Mm-hmm.
Slay City. We went there for Memorial Day weekend. I thought we were in Ozark. We were the only people there that didn't have a boat. Everybody had a boat. Open up a brewery, a tasting room in Big Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Clean up shop.
I think you just have to.
We're at 205. You
Okay.
sign off.
Let it rip. I think you just have to not make shitty beer. Just make all right beer, and you'll kind of be all right.
But you still need that exposure. You need that. You can't have all that competition. We talked about, everyone puts their chips into Instagram and hashtags. It's like you got to think outside that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Anybody got anything? NBC for the one time? Babe, we got some NBC things over there.
Do we have
Glasses?
NBC.
As long as it's triple IPA.
Yeah, we get NBC.
We get NBC here.
Triple.
Yeah, buddy. See, it goes by fast once you get into it, right? Now you're like, damn, it's 8 o'clock. Like, shit.
Time's
like, what do you mean? It's fucking midnight. No, I'm just kidding.
We NBCing our remains. Is that what's going on?
We're NBCing to culture coming back, man. That's where I met you. I like everybody there. Except that one girl. I'm kidding. We're not going to go that route. Who was that one? We'll talk about her name off. But who's the girl that was always like complaining about anytime it got too stressful? She's like, I can't work here. Oh.
We'll figure it out. Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
I was like, we're making money. Shut up. Start serving people.
I forgot about
What
her.
the fuck's the matter with you?
Yeah. All right.
All right, here we go. To culture and all local breweries coming back, and take everything we say with a grain of salt. We don't predict the future. We're not prophets.
We also don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah. So support the mom and pops. That's it. I thought we just did that thing right there. Yeah, Babs, it looks the worst on the computers. Everything else it looks pretty good on.
Yeah.
$80 on like OfferUp.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers, Brudge.
All right.
4% beer. Well, all right. Whew. You guys could have been anywhere tonight. We'll see you next Tuesday. And we got some videos coming out. So cheers, you eat good, drink good. I don't know which one I'm looking at. Everybody be good. Check out Culture on Instagram. Do you want to plug anything? You have a band or no? Yeah, you do.
It's not anymore.
Oh, yeah. You told me you were a punk rocker, right?
Got another donation from George.
Donation from George.
Hey, shout out George.
George. Was it Gorgeous George? Was it George? Is it my homie George?
EMB? Probably.
EMB? Is that EMB George? George, make it happen. We've got your beers up there. Do you guys want to see the... no, I'm going to send it out to George. I'm going to do it tomorrow, man. George, thank you. You guys could have been anywhere in the world. You're hanging out with us.
Next Tuesday's the election. Are people going to be around to...
Oh, shit. Next Tuesday. Did they announce the election next Tuesday? Who's voting? Ross Perot and Hillary? Okay.
So, I don't know if you want to take a week off or if people want to watch something other than the election.
Yeah, there might be chaos.
Why don't we announce the election?
Yeah. Play by play.
Wait. So what do you mean? So they...
Get your election news.
Wait, so they
They announce who the president is on Tuesday.
Well,
They're supposed to.
There's no more debate, though. It's not like...
that happened.
That was the last one. All right, man. All I know is that
Results will be coming in on Tuesday.
I voted for Donnelly. Who'd you vote for?
It'll be like
Donnelly?
Al Donnelly? Vote for Donnelly. Somebody name that movie right now. We're not staying on.
What?
Damn! Vote for Donnelly. Every vote counts. Somebody nail it. I don't see it yet.
This is a reference
see it
to
yet.
a movie from the
Should I say
90s.
Do you know the movie?
I heard what you said.
Someone's going to nail it. No one's going to nail it? Okay, it just came out right now. Rock the Vote Tour presents Mud Hunting. No? Do an election. Play on the broadcast. Hey, if you guys could go over to the broadcast, the more that we can keep Homebrew for Life different. I don't know if that means anything to you guys, but we're trying to get 1,000 subscribers on the broadcast because we
There you
do...
go.
What? Somebody nailed it?
Black sheep.
Black Sheep. Who was it?
The Brew Show.
The Brew Show. Shout out to Trent, man. That's the homie up
Okay.
there in LA. You gotta watch the video that we made. It was the. We'll watch it after this.
Okay.
Gabs, you're not going anywhere until we watch it. Check out the. Fuck, what did we make? Pretzel bagel dog bratwurst.
Ah, yeah.
It was fun. It was fun, and yeah, maybe we'll figure something out for Tuesday. Maybe we'll all just sit on a couch and.
Drink beers and watch the numbers come in.
Yeah.
I don't care who wins or loses. I mean, sorry, I can't even say that, right? All right.
Yeah.
Vote for Donnelly. If you guys don't vote for Donnelly, I'll fucking get you. I will show up at your house and I will get you. There's the Brew Show. Ben Wilson got it too. Hey, cheers, guys. That's it. Thanks for coming on, Braj.
Yeah.
Do you want to do like 3 more beers? You can sleep here and play video games all night.
Oh, yeah. That's